to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
In Africa, I had a reason to be born there. So we have a God. We have our gods and we have our mode of worship.
Queens, nod your head if you know you got soul. Women, snap your fingers, let your head wrap go. Come on. Kings, got us feeling like we ain't trapped brown. All my brothers, put your hand on your chest now.
Freedom's what we need, more solutions is the key. Wave the banner of the free, that's the red, black and green. Bringing truth to the streets, water get no enemy. If it's peace, we at ease. If it's war, we don't cease. EYE's on the crackers and police. Never slack up even when we free, cause we ain't free until we get the land, that's the green. Black power, new African, liberated from the thieves. Nothing better else to be.
Queens, nod your head if you know you got soul. Women, snap your fingers, let your head wrap roll. Come on. Kings, got us feeling like we ain't trapped brown. All my brothers, put your hand on your chest now.
Stimulated cause I'm liberated. Rock me African medallion in the middle of the clan. Situation freedom come drum playing by the river. I deliver for my people. It's the sequel of revenge. My friends get ready. Every knee shall bow. Every tongue shall tell. On the mountain I reveal. Throw the shells. 4 lights side up. Dark wine up in my cup. Pour it out and then I strut. Alafia dear.
Queens, nod your head if you know you got soul. Women, snap your fingers, let your head wrap roll. Come on. Kings, got us feeling like we ain't trapped brown. All my brothers, put your hand on your chest now.
When the African doesn't want to understand or participate in the reason why he was born,
Queens, nod your head if you know you got soul. Women, snap your fingers, let your head wrap roll. Come on. Kings, got us feeling like we ain't trapped brown. All my brothers, put your hand on your chest now.
see, Africa has not been able to contribute its own knowledge to this universe. But we have knowledge in Africa. You understand?
Yeah, of course.
You see, so all these things need to be in the education system of the African countries.
Just read this book and it'll tell you everything you need to know.
There's another N-word we throw around in and out of the black community called nappy. We have taken that word like the other N-word, nigger, and made it a word of adornment. I have heard the word nappy my entire life, which was used to insult, degrade, and hurt someone. This word is a derogatory term that was used on our ancestors to insult them.
Available now.
I love
on
myself.
Same Tree, Different Brands.
I hope you love yourself. Because love is only love when you love somebody else.
You gonna get this work. You gonna get this work, nigga. I killed you. Hold up. You gonna get this work.
I'm abo hunting. I'm abo hunting. Yeah. I wasn't talking to y'all when I was just talking. But I'm abo hunting. I see the chat. Listen, man. It's your boy Sean P in the place to be. Like the show, share the show, tell a friend we're live. I didn't share the show. I just went live. I ain't want to waste no time. I'm hunting abos. So if you're an Aboriginal or Indigenous, if that's what you claim, if that's what set you claim, and you feel like you got some information that can substantiate your position, I need you to stand tall and bald. I need you to stand tall and bald. You understand me? I'm about to cook. Listen, I wasn't even gonna do this, but last night I go on Not a Coincidence show, and he invites me on, and the brother Zab, he's there. He been crying all day because he got caught out there, and he just kept digging the hole, digging the hole, digging the hole, digging the hole, and I don't think that he realized how serious I take information, right? Methodology, studying, comprehending what you're reading, critical thinking, analyzing data, being able to actually refer to a source. So he wasn't used to that. And I could tell. So I made him uncomfortable. He started getting defensive and he started trying to substantiate his ignorance. And the right thing for him to do I told him this would just be just to admit that he messed up. And he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to admit that he was wrong and that he had messed up. He kept on saying that when he was debating YK the Truth, that he was summarizing sources. How are you summarizing sources you ain't read? Then he talking about limitations. How you talking about some limitations of sources and you ain't read the sources to understand if there was actually limitations to the sources? You deceived these people on this channel just to try to sound good against YK because you had no information. So that was a problem for me, and it didn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. And I don't appreciate people like him and other people like him. And so he felt some kind of way. He felt some kind of way so bad that this Negro challenged to debate me over the existence of Atlantis. He challenged me to a debate on Atlantis. He says it exists. He also says that he subscribes to Madame Blavatsky. And now I see why he's confused. And I think that he lacks education. It behooves me. But before we get into the build today, I just wanted to get that out. What up, Mbutu and Yame? What up, Tarka, Keenan, Lamar, Khalil, Gullah, Teddy, Double R, Chavis? What's good? Those of you who have not spoken, who probably are watching from afar,
And those of you who are catching the replay, we appreciate your support. Please make sure that you like the show and share the show. I didn't share it to anyone. So all right, let me tell you how this thing works. So in that conversation, Zab admits to using some type of program called ChatGTP. I don't know what that is. Initially, I didn't know what it was. Initially, and I'm honest, I didn't know what it was. So when he said that, I'm like, first of all, I don't care what it is that you're using. You didn't read the source. No matter what program you're using, you didn't read the source. I knew that for a fact. He was trying to say that he was summarizing the source. You can't summarize the source because you ain't even read it. But then it dawned on me when you go digging for shit, right? ChatGTP it wasn't credible. It's not a credible source, right? So he couldn't be reading from something that would support that. What he was reading was a summary of the GTP that was mixing information. But he didn't read the GTP is telling you to not use GTP as a source because it's unreliable. It can't substantiate. But he used it anyway. And then act like he didn't know. And that's another problem. That's a bigger problem. So it got him in trouble. Got him in trouble big time. So I'm going to share with y'all what kind of trouble it got him in, and I'm going to let you see for yourself. And then I'm going to talk about some other things. So again, shout out to Not a Coincidence. If you're not subscribed, tap into the brother. But I wanna play the beginning of his stream. Hold up. Let me get past the count. I want to play some of this stuff because I think it's really relevant to everybody. Let me get my face off the screen. What up, Arande? Watch this.
Shout out to not a coincidence, bro. Once again, like I said, I appreciate this guy because he at least put a link in the chat room with his friends. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just hating and talking or whatever. But it gives us the opportunity to break shit down. So if the link he sent just tells the whole tale. All I'm gonna ask everybody, the brother that's on here, not a coincidence, every Pan-African, right? In 1619 was the continent of Africa called Africa. That would be no. It wouldn't. It wasn't called Africa in 1619. So they didn't call nobody Africans in 1619.
First, we need to look at this new movement. The Aboriginals, Black Indians, who have no African ancestry. When we look at those Black Americans from the past, they have no problem saying they have two ancestries, one Native and one African. Was there a place called Africa in 1619? Well, here's a map in 1554. This map is from 1584. And if you notice, all the maps have the title Africa in them. And here's another map from 1644, first edition, 1630. So undoubtedly, there was a place called Africa in 1619. And to be African, you have to be from a place called Africa.
Hey, not a coincidence dropping some links in the chat AP for you.
Hey man, not a coincidence of dropping Zionist new ass links. He sucked.
I like his link.
Cash,
He gotta come on. He gotta come on for me to even click on him or illustrate him because he's not here to explain.
Right on.
And this last map is called the T&O map. It's from the 7th century. So like I do with all my videos, the sources will be in the description of the video. You know what I always say? It's not a coincidence that the conscious community is not so conscious.
But why do you keep calling them an Aboriginal? Why do you keep calling them an Aboriginal?
Because we the ones who made these cities. Slaves didn't make cities because they didn't make cities with us.
This shit right now. So look, Cass, we gotta take our people back. They keep trying to name these people Aboriginals and all this other shit, and they not. So this is Benjamin Banneker. He's the son of Robert Banneker and Mary Banneker, right? So let's come down here real quick. It says their descendants genealogists. Their descendants genealogists. Y'all understand that? His grandmother Molly was an English dairy maid who had been falsely convicted of theft, indentured to a Maryland tobacco farmer. After working out her indenture, Welsh rented a farm, some land, eventually purchased 2 African slaves. No, yo, stop, Rob, stop. Be quiet. You can hold on for 2 seconds. Welsh rented and farmed some land, eventually purchasing 2 African slaves, who she freed several years later. Welsh wed one of her former slaves, Bannaky or Banneker, said to be the son of a chief. Their daughter Mary also married an African. Wow. A man from Guinea who had been enslaved, baptized as Robert and freed. So where do y'all get, and it says who took Banneker as his surname upon the marriage. So we got Molly, who marries the first African. They have a daughter named Mary, right? So here's Mary Banneker. And then she meets another African from Guinea, and he gets baptized and changed his name to Robert, and they have Benjamin Banneker. So that's what I'm here for. I'm taking back the ancestors. He's an African. Y'all gonna stop trying to bring him up as an Aboriginal. That's just it. He's an African.
Okay, can I just rebut it? Can I rebut it? Just 1 second.
There's nothing to rebut. So you're wrong about saying
I'm wrong.
that slave boys changed the number. Yeah. Oh no, you trying to play with words. Shit is crazy. It literally says Native Americans, which means these people's slavery is a piece of history. So look, of that has been glossed over. Fisher said between 1492 and 1880, between 2 and 5.5 million Native Americans were enslaved in the Americas. All the Americans. In addition, in addition to 12.5 million, just like Slave Boy just said. So you're wrong about saying
I'm wrong.
That slave boys changed the number. Yeah, I'm glad you said it right. Go ahead, we can move on.
They need to see an African, and they need to see an Indian, and they need to see the debate so they could choose a side. Not a coincidence is a major factor in this community, and people don't even know it. Goofy motherfuckers.
What they found is that the whole thing is this sham. When it comes to ancestry tests, right? Spitting in a tube and stuff. It's really silly. I mean, go check this video out again if you haven't. And let's just get started today. I'm going to show you guys 3 funny examples proving how fake this is. And enjoy. Found this on naturalnews.com, but there's actually many websites, the same story. Man sends lizard saliva to 23andMe for DNA testing, exposing total fraud of companies' claims of a human ancestry, okay?
First thing I wanted to do was fact check his source. You could do that with a couple websites. I did it with Media Bias. And when the fact check came back, it says conspiracy level strong, pseudoscience level quackery, and factual reporting very low. Conspiracy pseudoscience. Sources in the conspiracy pseudoscience category may publish unverifiable information that is not always supported by evidence. These sources may be untrustworthy. For credible, verifiable information, therefore fact-checking and further investigation is recommended on a per-article basis when obtaining information from these sources. Overall, we rate Natural News a questionable source based on the promotion of quackery-level pseudoscience and conspiracy theory, as well as extreme right-wing bias. This is one of the most discredited sources on the internet.
Yes. A man and his wife decided to test the accuracy of 23andMe's at-home DNA testing kit by sending in a saliva sample collected from their pet lizard. What they found is that the whole thing is a sham. In the following video, the man explains how, after 3 months of waiting, he received anomalous results suggesting that his pet lizard is 48% West Asian and 51% Ashkenazi Jewish, huh? 23andMe also sent him a report explaining the lizard history and background, including what he supposedly likes to eat. We were shocked, the man is heard stating. Let's go ahead and look at that video.
So this is the TikTok that video comes from. See, it says science, animal, satire. So what is satire? Satire is the use of humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize people's stupidity. To expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices, particularly in the context of contemporary politics and other topical issues.
I wanted to see what would happen if I sent my pet lizard DNA into 23andMe. And so with the help of my wife, we extracted enough saliva to send off in the mail. We were so excited to see the results. After about 3 months, we were shocked. My lizard was 51% Ashkenazi Jewish. He was also 48% West Asian. This was really interesting. They also gave us a little bit of his background and his history, what he liked to eat, etc. Let us know which animal's DNA we should send in next.
What they found is that the whole thing is a sham.
So the moral of the story is pseudos died their source. Corey Mayo thought he could just pull a blog and debunk DNA. That's not how it works. Somebody needs to help him out and show him how to do proper research and look for scientific articles next time.
Not a coincidence is a major factor in this community, and people don't even know it. Goofy motherfuckers.
Okay, he didn't say it. He didn't say it. All right,
Okay.
he didn't say it. He didn't say it. All right, so you're right. But not a coincidence. Can you please give us an explanation to what you were saying in the chat room, bro?
Yeah, so you was using Ivan Van Sertima to say that the Olmecs are black. I'm simply saying Ivan Van Sertima says they come from Africa and they're African.
Okay, so
And
I say,
hold on, let me cut this 1 second.
What?
And he is 100% wrong. I just don't understand. I'm saying Ivan Van Sertima is wrong. I don't understand why you would use someone that says that these Olmecs came from Africa.
You said why I would?
Yeah.
Because first of all, you got to understand this, right? I don't have to agree with that part of it. Only part I agree with, he felt the fucking statues, and under my observation, I said that they Negroes. We know that the Olmec culture been in America, brother. Now we got one dilemma here, right? The Olmecs built pyramids. The Olmecs built them big ass heads. Show me that in Africa, nigga. Show me that in West Africa, anywhere. You can't.
Because they're not African, so why would I
So
have
where?
to
So
say
what
that?
are? So what are they then?
They're Aboriginals to America, brother. What are you talking about?
Okay, but
Like
they
you
Negroes.
making up. Well, hold on. You're making up arguments. I'm not
Okay,
making.
okay, all right. So
That's
you
your
okay?
problem.
All
I'm
right,
saying
okay,
Van Sertima is wrong for saying
okay,
they're African.
okay.
I don't get why you would use someone that says these
Oh, you
Aboriginal
just
people are
gotta kind of.
African.
You have to be right and right
That's
at the
no,
same
it ain't
time.
no right nothing. It's a comment, bro. You said
This nigga not a
listen. No, hold on. I can play it back right now. You literally
It ain't nothing to play back. It ain't nothing to play back.
Him, bro. You literally said he did his research and he said they're Negroes. No, he says they're African and they came from Africa. That's what he said.
So what? Okay. Now,
that shit is weird, bro.
Okay.
That shit. No logical person does that.
There you go. Now listen. Understand, nigga, I've been researching this for 15 years, nigga, so I'm an expert at this shit at this point in time. I'm an expert too, nigga, now. So, from under my expertise, I looked in Africa, didn't see him in Africa. I'm thankful for him putting the information out for me to be able to do further research. So at the end of the day, I don't know what the contention is. Where you guys said that they're Aboriginal, so are they Negroes? Not a coincidence.
In America, there is no Negro Aboriginal.
Okay, all right. Would they be considered black people today?
No.
Hold up, bro.
Yeah. Oh man.
Not a coincidence. Hold up. What you said Ahanu was lying about, bro? What was he lying about?
He said that Van Sertima said they're Negroes from America. Van Sertima didn't say that.
Okay, I did say that, and I just told
and
you.
And Van Sertima doesn't say that, so that's the lie.
Okay, so I'm lying. Okay,
if you say that Van Sertima says they're from America, yes, that is a lie.
Taking that out of content, that's not content. That's not a lie.
So, all right, tell me how is that not a lie? If you said that he says they come from America when he doesn't say that, he says they come from Africa. The title of his book is literally They came before Columbus, the African presence in ancient America.
Yes.
That's his title.
Yes. Okay.
So that what you said was not right and exact. He does not say that.
Listen, look, okay, he didn't say it. He didn't say it. All right, he didn't say it. He didn't say it. All right, so you're right.
So there you go. Now.
Okay,
that's what
that's it. No, that's it. So you're right.
That's it. It's over.
People that just come up here need to see that. They need to see an African, and they need to see an Indian, and they need to see the debate so they could choose a side. Not a coincidence is a major.
I'm not gonna cry.
Amir Thompson, better known as Questlove, has one of the most astonishing stories we've ever recovered. Records show that Amir's third great-grandparents, Charles and Maggie Lewis, were born in Africa sometime in the 1820s. Now that date stood out because the slave trade to the United States was outlawed as of January 1808. After that, very few enslaved Africans came into the United States, meaning that Charles and Maggie must have been smuggled into this country illegally.
Arrival of a cargo of African Negroes. Schooner Clotilda with Africans arrived in Mobile Bay today. The steamboat immediately took them up the river.
On Monday, July 9th, 1860, a ship called the Clotilda arrived in Mobile Bay carrying 110 African slaves. It's the last known slave ship to come to America. Your family settled less than 2 miles from an area, Amir, you ready for this? Known as Africa Town, which was founded by survivors of the Clotilda.
I'm on the absolute last ship that ever came here.
We don't know exactly what happened to Questlove's ancestors when the Clotilda arrived, but we do know 5 years later, after the end of the Civil War, they became farmers, living close to the river where they first came ashore in America. Many of their descendants still live in that area. And thanks to them, we made an extraordinary find. You, Amir, are looking at your third great grandfather. That is your original African ancestor, brother. That is Charlie Lewis.
How? How'd you?
The photo comes from a descendant of Charlie Lewis, like you, one of your cousins.
That's my great grandfather.
That is your third great grandfather.
The eyes are the same.
What up? Peace, y'all.
What's good, fam? What's good, man? What's going on?
Hey, shit. I wanted to show how you dissected that debate earlier. That was some good shit, man.
Yeah, man. If I probably said in the video, but if you don't know anything about the subject matter, you would think that what he was saying was relevant to the actual debate.
All right, so I already.
Hold on, Zab. I thought twice.
Okay, so here we go. I want y'all to be very mindful, right? Very mindful of how this shit started, right? Very mindful.
What's good, fam?
What's good, man? What's going on?
Hey, shit. I wanted to show how you dissected that debate earlier. That was some good shit, man.
Yeah, man. If I probably said in the video, but if you don't know anything about the subject matter, you would think that what he was saying was relevant to the actual debate.
All right, so I already.
Hold on, Zab. I thought twice. Hold on, Zab. We ain't even get to nothing yet. What are you doing, man? Relax.
Nah,
I wanted to show this first.
I got it aimed up for
and then
Sean.
we can talk about whatever.
Yeah.
All right, chill
You
out.
fell for the
Just
okie
chill
doke,
out,
Sean.
I already
showed a lot of coincidence
Hold
what
on,
the deal was.
Sean, don't feed into that. Let's get into this first. What was you saying, Sean?
No. If you don't know the title, right? If you don't know what they're debating, and you were just novice and you just tuned in.
No. First of all, we never really discussed a
Zab,
title.
don't cut him off,
The debate,
bro. You can talk right after Zab. You can talk.
We got to make it clear.
Nah, we don't listen, but we're not gonna do this though. We're gonna
we're
go
not gonna play
through
the title
evidence.
game.
All right, no. What we're not gonna do is interrupt. Sean is presenting something. Sean did something earlier. I want him to get into it. Then you can make your comments after. Like I want to. Like we're not gonna take 20 minutes before we.
Go ahead, Sean.
You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna take 20 minutes before we can show just a little clip real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why do y'all think that he's so nervous? What you think it is about me that he is so nervous that he doesn't want me to get out? What y'all think it is? Because he having a hard time.
let's not do that. Go ahead, Sean.
All I'm saying is, well, first, can I
get nervous now? Matter of fact, let me
share my screen. Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to I just sent something to my Mac, so I'm waiting on it to upload. And boom, there you go. So give me a second here and let me pull it up. And I want to show everybody what I'm talking about.
But see, look, we haven't even nobody even seen it. Well, we know some people seen it, but never. No, I'm saying so.
No one has seen it. So, let me share real quick. So this is basically all I'm trying to do is give you an example of what the issue is. I'm not going to show this. I'll wait till you get done. I'll wait till you get. It's the best if I do that. So basically, the debate. If no one understood this and just walked off the street, tuned into this, and they were watching this, the first thing that they would think is that there was a true point of contention between the two people that were presenting information, right? They can remain nameless here in this situation. There's two people presenting information. On one side, you would think that this person was arguing against something, and on the other side, you would think the other person is arguing against something. But there's a conflict of interest inside of this conversation that has to be spoken for and spoken to. And in a debate setting, and you're using or referring to a source, you have to bring that information out, right? And I recognize that certain things that were said during this conversation was not on screen or actually presented. And the material that was shown actually worked in favor of the person that was arguing against the other person. So you were basically helping him. But I'm gonna be quiet about that and let you play a little bit, and then I'll give you an example.
Oh, well, let me rebuttal now what you just said.
But don't take forever, Zach. That.
Quickly speaking, what you did in your video that I scanned over, you were looking for the exact words of what I stated. But what you failed to understand was what I was going over was actually the Chat GPT results. And then when I went to bring up the primary sources, I was showing you where I compiled the information from. Let me show you.
All right. So here's the lie, right? He said that he used Chat GTP to pull up the information, and then he would gather the primary source, and then this is where he compiled this information from. But if we let him keep talking, he's going to tell you in this video that he summarized things and that he didn't read the source. See, I don't want to make it seem like I'm being disingenuous here and I'm trying to sway the audience. This is not a debate for me. It's not even up for debate. It's about accountability. It's about proper research methodology. It's about Africa for me. It's about you misrepresenting who you are as a being. You're entitled to be whatever you want to be. It's America. They let people be whoever they want to be, especially on social media. You can be a goddamn doctor and never certified anything on social media. But what you're not going to do in my presence is misrepresent the source and then act like you really did something. So I'm going to run it back, right? Because he wants to rebut. Matter. You would think that this person,
not understanding that what I was doing did in your video that I
conflict of interest inside of this conversation that has to be spoken for and spoken to. And in a debate setting, and you're using or referring to a source, you have to bring that information out, right? And I recognize that certain things that were said during this conversation was not on screen or actually presented. And the material that was shown actually worked in favor of the person that was arguing against the other person. So you were basically helping him. But I'm gonna be quiet about that and let you play a little bit, and then I'll give you an example.
Oh, well, let me rebuttal now what you just said.
But Don't take forever, Zach. Go ahead.
Quickly speaking, what you did in your video that I scanned over, you were looking for the exact words of what I stated. But what you failed to understand was what I was going over was actually the Chat GPT results. And then when I went to bring up the primary sources, I was showing you where I compiled the information from. Let me show you. Hold up. Let me share my screen. See, what you messed up was you going in there looking for the exact words, not understanding that what I was doing was the summary as presented. See, I utilize technology. I know a lot of y'all don't, but I utilize technology. Now, let me show you. Let me make this a little bit bigger, right? Everything
Don't
that you
brag. Don't. Hey, my nigga. Don't be bragging. Just go and get to the point, man. So I can put somebody in the box before I have to leave.
All right, so the first one, right here, bam, bam, bam. That's the one that you went over. Now you scroll down and you see where I copied and pasted the information that you saw in the debate. Then the primary source for it is this, because Chat GPT combed through the entire study and compiled.
Chat GPT is not a primary source.
I never said it's a primary source, but
and it did not comb through the source
primary. But Chat GPT gives you the primary source where I got this information.
That's not in the primary source, is what the point of contention is.
You can't trust AI, my friend.
Hold on.
You can't trust AI.
Yo, look, it's better.
Can't trust AI. I trust AI more than I trust you. Then for the second one, the same thing again.
Hold on, it's better to show exactly what happened, because you doing this still doesn't explain it, Zab.
It does explain it, because what I showed you was the summary of it that Chat GPT provided, and then I went and I showed you the primary source that it got the information from.
All righty, so I needed to play it right then and there. So now you know what he did to extract his information and put it together to debate YK the Truth. He went to Chat GTP, looked up something, right? It gave him some information back. He used the summary of Chat GTP, and then he screenshotted the primary source, right? So whatever he's reading from is his summary, so he says, and it is just a view of, and then he's showing us the primary source. Now, I know y'all thinking like, what the hell is he talking about? But this is the problem, and he don't know that. He hasn't recognized that what he just did is the problem. Okay? And I'm going to show you through demonstration, or not a coincidence is going to play the video, and then you'll see what I mean by what is the problem. Now, once we identify just this one instance, then his second round and his third round was more of the same. I mean, this is his second round. Whatever round that we're showing, it doesn't even matter. The point is his entire debate, all of his information in the debate, everything that he did is disqualified because he never read the initial sources. He used Chat GTP to source something, and then this is where he gets caught up. So now there's a lesson to be learned, because you're going to get ready to see why there's a lesson to be learned, because he tried to be sarcastic and smart and talk over me and interrupt, and I was quiet, letting him talk this entire time.
Because I saw your video, you looking for exact words, but you're not going to find the exact words, because I was giving you the summary and I added my own little flair to it.
Now, you heard him say that he was given a summary of the source, which he never read, and he added his own flair to it. So how could you give a summary of a source you never read and add your own flair to it?
But it's all the exact same science. That's why I was telling you, you got to go.
And boom, then he says it's all the exact same science. It is not the exact same goddamn science. How do you know that it's the exact same science if you never read the actual scientific article? Since you know how to utilize technology.
Go and you got to read, you got to comb through the 15 pages of information to get the summary of what I provided.
I was saving that point right there, not a coincidence. I was saving that point because if you are citing a source, you are supposed to, right, quote directly from the source. And then there's a method in citing the source. If it isn't properly cited, right, then they'll use it as plagiarism. They can claim plagiarism, whatever the case may be, and it's not that deep. But he doesn't know what he's doing. Watch.
Receipts all day, bro.
All right. Let's just
So real quick. So real quick. Can I ask you a question? Not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you want me to take the fun out of it or?
Nah, let's leave a little fun to it. I think I can only, but I think you go right into it. So yeah, you start.
But let me say something else about the title because you're trying to play the title.
Yeah, because I think I only need like 90
seconds. The title of the debate was, can DNA be used to trace ancestry? Now let me show you
the title of the debate is, can DNA be used to trace ancestry? I need every last one of y'all to understand that he is saying that the title of the debate is, can DNA be used to trace ancestry? So whatever source that he is going to use to refute DNA being able to trace ancestry has to support the position that he is taking, not support YK the truth. It's supposed to support him. So I need to make that point clear. Because if I show you the sources again, you're going to say, well, these sources actually support YK the truth.
Title that we agreed on, because I got it written on YK page.
All right, Zab, hold on. Just pause that. I need 90 seconds. Pause that. We'll come back to it. All right. I want to play that. All right, everybody mute up for me. Thank you.
So here we go right here. The first thing I'm going to show you is the limited sample databases. Watch this. This is from the Great Migration and Genomic Diversity Studies.
Pause. He said this is from the Great Dynamic. What did he say? This is from.
Yeah, and that's the Chat GPT screenshot right there.
I need to hear this.
Money grip.
Watch. Listen. This dude, this Zab, he's about to lose it. Watch. He's about to lose it. Not lose it in his mind, but he's just got to interject every step of the way right here. Why not a coincidence is just trying to play the video to capture exactly what he is saying so that we can get the demonstration of the error out of the way and fully understand where he went wrong. But because of his ego and his integrity, he couldn't allow himself to admit that he made a mistake.
So here we go right here. The first thing I'm going to show you is the limited sample databases. Watch this. This is from the Great Migration and Genomic Diversity Studies. Respect to the science.
Pause. So if this is from the Great Genomic Migration Study, this is this source. If what he is reading from is this source, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look at this. Now, when I take you back to the screen, right? When I take you back to the screen, let's qualify if he is reading from this source. Better yet, let me hit this link right here. So I hit the link. Now I'm going to share this tab. This is the whole study right here. Okay. This is the whole study. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for what he says, what he is showing in this source. Let me go back. So look.
Yeah, you're
Now,
not saying nothing because
the
again,
primary up.
that's
In
because
this
that
study
right there.
doc. The video is playing. That's not me just talking. This is the video playing. And he interjects. Okay. Now listen. Let me put everything into perspective in case people have forgotten what's going on. He admits to using ChatGTP to look up some information and then quote unquote takes a screenshot of it, uses it, puts it on the screen, but then he summarizes information from the actual source that's supposed to be quoting from, having not read the source. He is in a debate with YK the Truth. He told you the debate topic is, can DNA actually trace migration? That's the debate topic. So you can't lose focus of the debate topic and what he's doing and trying to manipulate. However, he shows a source that supports YK the Truth. Because the article, ladies and gentlemen, without me disturbing the video, right? Because I don't want to disturb the video. I want to come right back to it. I don't want to hit fast forward or rewind, none of that. It's called The Great Migration in African American Genomic Diversity in the abstract. Now I show the actual primary, which is this right here, which is what I'm doing in the video right now before he get to freaking talking. This is the primary right here. Okay, it's been peer reviewed. All right, so back to this art, back to this abstract, because this is what he's showing on the screen, supposedly, which it is not. What he is showing on the screen in the video is a compilation of different information that ChatGTP mustered up. So he's sharing ChatGTP. So I need to remind everybody that this was a debate. The debate is about, can DNA be used to trace migration? But he is showing a source that is supporting YK the Truth. I got quiet for a reason. Because you can pause this and read it for yourself, or you can actually click on the link to the actual source, which I left in the description, to qualify am I right and exact or if I'm incorrect. Come on, Zab. Let's go. Interrupt the video.
Yeah, like I said,
discusses the limitations of small sample sizes.
And they did.
Let's go back and see if we can find that in this study. In this study, right? We're looking for a paragraph that starts with "in this study." So here's the.
No, I didn't copy. I didn't see. That's where you're wrong, brother. We're not copy and pasting. I'm putting it in my words because in this study, that is what they did. And yeah, you slow, bro. You want slow nigga, man.
So what's your problem, Zab?
Like obviously, I said, in this study, that is what they discussed. He is looking for the exact words where it says such and such. But that's where you're wrong. Like I said, I got the information by combing, by going on Chat GPT. And then when I asked, what is the primary source where you got that information from, it sent me to this. Now you got to comb through the whole entire thing to get that summary. But you're not going to find it word for word.
All right, so how come
let me share my screen real quick, bro, since you want to do that.
Yeah. So
Let me
how
share
come
my screen.
yeah, I got you. So how come put it up. How come when you was in the debate and you was showing your actual you was reading and showing the source, the whole point is the source you showing wasn't correlating.
No, I was reading actually, yeah, that's where you're wrong,
That's the
because
whole
I was
point.
reading from the
Let's
actual
have
Chat
Sean's up here.
GPT
Take
thing.
the
Go
Sean.
rewind it and pull it up and show.
Yeah.
All right, hold on
Go
one
ahead,
second.
Sean.
Can I? All right, so give me a second, real quick. Okay, so
You
can
lied and
see
said
right
that
here.
I wrote that
Hold on.
myself. But that was
Give him a
actually a screenshot.
Give him a second, Zach.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all can really see this because it's just a little shot, but this is Zab's, like, one of the sources in this description, and he has highlighted right here an abstract. But what you're going to hear is him talking, and it has nothing to do with this.
Well, you got to rewind because I showed you what I was reading prior to that. So you harping on the fact that I clicked on the following slide. You looking for anything, but at the end of the day, it's still the exact information.
Zab, calm down. Quit trying to save face. Just calm down.
No, you
bro.
act like I can't paraphrase and
I'm not
summarize
acting
in
like
my own
anything,
words.
bro. I'm polite.
But you're wrong. You're plain and simply wrong. Like you
playing
have
the video.
something
You
and you
kept
don't,
cutting the video
because I'm
off.
showing you where I got the information from.
Okay, so your feelings hurt.
No, I'm not feeling that. You trying to
Your feelings hurt. Yes or no?
You're wrong.
Can I play the
No,
video
I'm
real
good.
quick? It's
I'm feeling
37
good right
seconds,
now,
yo.
actually.
It's
I'm
37
Zab,
seconds.
Prove that
Yo,
you're
Zab, you get to go right after him. You don't got to interrupt him.
It's just 37 seconds, bro. Okay. So I made a comment to Zab on the channel and he responded. He said, "Show me, don't say this." So I said, "I'm live now, yada, yada, yada. Your source is not saying what you're saying." Okay. Now, if he's saying that a system that he was using that led him to somewhere else, the system is wrong. How do we know that? Watch.
the effects of historical migrations and intermarriage on genetic ancestry, showing that these factors can lead to complex patterns of genetic admixture.
In general, don't use ChatGPT as a source of information because it is often wrong. Where did he get the information that he showed on the screen? I'm going to read it one more time for you. I'm going to read it so you can understand what it said. Don't, I repeat, let me get to it. Don't use ChatGPT as a source of information because it is often wrong or mixes correct and incorrect information. It isn't yet considered a credible source for academic research and writing. Let me zoom in.
According to who? According to this shit that you showing me right here?
I see.
Did you?
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. I'm
surgical with this bitch. That's
Come
like
on
you
with this
saying
shenanigans,
don't
man.
use Google and don't use Wikipedia.
Yo, but you in a debate though, bro. We're not just having a casual conversation. In a debate, you're supposed to come with better sources. That's the whole thing. And we in a conversation, yeah, you can pull up Wikipedia to try to make a point real quick.
If
And
a
then if you
summary
need
of
to
what I
go
was saying
deeper,
was incorrect, then you'd
you
have a
do that.
point. But it was the exact summary. Now you got to comb through the whole entire thing to see if what I said in my statement was false.
Okay, one more time, bro. You cannot use
According to you, I'm not going by what you say.
According to the site itself.
I use whatever source I want to use.
Do you see the source at the top? Just let me know if you see it, bro.
that is within the parameters of whatever this libguides.edu shit is. I'm not going by their rules. I'm not debating for their thing. I bet you I could find you another source that said I can use
Okay,
it.
go find it and see if it's credible. Go find me something that says Chat GPT is credible.
Hold on,
I'm gonna
can I
take
ask
it
a
off my
question?
screen and I'm
Can I
gonna
ask a
give.
question? Can I ask a question? So, Sean, you're basically saying the source he
All right, boom. I
used
got one right here.
said don't use it as a source.
Yeah, do
Let me
not
show you.
use it
I
as a
got. Don't
source.
worry. I got you right here. I found. All I did was just type in "is Chat GPT credible," and I got one right here for you.
Zap, do you have your Chat GPT connected to the internet, like keeping it up to date? Because you know that it's a language model. So if you don't have the language model connected to the internet in real time, like Sean said, it'll spit out some real information and it'll spit out some bad information, and it'll mix sources, and it'll send you down a rabbit hole. You'll be clicking on links and the link won't even be what you was talking about.
Yeah, but if it's giving you a study, you can actually Google the study yourself, because that's what I did. And it has information up until last time I checked, 2019.
He said again, all right. So the cat is out the bag. The cat is out the bag. Okay. He's trying to cover for himself and he's being very disingenuous. Instead of admitting that he messed up and he got caught, everyone now knows that he got caught. His entire debate tactic against YK the Truth is hinged on Chat GPT misinformation. And he summarizes sources he hasn't read. So we ain't got to that point yet, or that part of the bill where he admits that he didn't read these things. He's going to charge me without reading these things, because he's going to see something that says, when we get to this other portion, he's going to see something that says limitations, but he didn't read the conclusion of the study. And see, that's where we get him, because he didn't read the conclusion of the study. He didn't even read the freaking study. And then he argued against what an abstract is.
So it's no different than using a Google search or Wikipedia. Now, if
It
y'all
is
want to
different.
disqualify,
We're in 2023.
but the information up until 2019 is still good.
No, bro.
That study was
No.
prior to 2019.
No, the study never said none of the stuff that you said. That's why I was mixed matching stuff, and we couldn't find any of that. And you just kept reading, and that ain't even the only one.
But you didn't read the entire study though. You was looking for the exact words.
Zab,
'Cause I know you didn't read it.
I
That's
had
like
time
15
to read
pages.
the study, bro. I had time to read the entire study, and I didn't find anything that you said. It said. I did this twice. 2 different channels. You cannot use Chat GPT as a source. So let me show you again, brother.
Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah. We see it. You cannot use it. But look, share my screen. I'm sharing, right? So let's click right here. You see this April 14, 2023, the most recent and updated source. What does it say about Chat GPT? Right? Let's read it. One of the biggest complaints about Chat GPT is that it provides information, but the veracity and the accuracy of the information is uncertain. That's because Chat GPT doesn't provide sources, footnotes, or links to where it derived information used in its answers. But that's not fully true. So how to make it provide sources and citations? If you know how to properly prompt Chat GPT, it will give you sources. Here's how. And then it shows you how to do it. But it is still unreliable. It's still unreliable, brother. It's not there.
It is as reliable as the person
Keep in mind,
utilizing
this
it
golden
because
rule
it's a
about
tool.
ChatGPT provided sources is more often wrong than right. The validity of it is telling you right here, it is more often wrong than right. They're telling you this.
All right, so I want you to go in.
That don't mean his source was wrong. We just said
It doesn't.
oftentimes
His
it's
source
not.
was
It's
wrong.
not
But
right.
it wasn't. And the point is, it's
Okay.
not wrong because
So
you're
guess
looking for the
what?
exact
Guess
words.
what? Guess
So
what?
go in and
Guess
show me
what?
where the
Guess
summary
what the
that I
difference
made
between me and
is in
y'all is?
conflict with what I said. You
Guess
go
what
in
the
and show
difference
it to me
between
right
me and
now.
y'all is? I got the source right here. Now, if we play back what you said, I guarantee you we don't find it in this
All right,
source.
so show me where.
I got
show
every
me where
source,
what I said is in
every
conflict
source.
with this source.
Okay, where do you want to begin? Because what you
Look,
said in
we
the
could begin
video.
with this one.
All right, which one? The
This
Great
one right here. We
Migration.
on this one. So show me where what I said
Okay.
is in conflict
All right.
with this
So,
source.
all right. So, not a coincidence.
Go back to me. Go back and
Not a
bring
coincidence.
up what I said and show me where it's in conflict.
In my video, to make it fair for him, not a
Do it
coincidence.
right now. We don't gotta go to the video. You right here. So let's do it in real time.
Okay. So, do you know what you said? Do you know what you said about the source?
You got to go back and play. I said a whole
Right.
lot. So just go back and play what I said.
Right. So I was going to stop sharing, or I was going to keep sharing, but I was going to allow Not a Coincidence to take over, and he can move the needle up on the video to go directly to what you say when you say this source, and we know exactly what you said, because what you said is not in this source at all. And you just admitted to using ChatGPT. That was the primary reason. You can't use it in a debate. It's not a qualified source. You got to go read this, which you didn't read. Because your summary, what you call your summary,
I'm not relying on you to qualify sources or not. That's not how it works, brother.
You don't have to. You don't, brother. I understand you wholeheartedly. I don't trust you.
All right, go in and show me
claim.
where what I said cannot be
read what you
extrapolated
claim,
from
bro.
the source. That's all you got to do. Do it right now.
You claimed that they couldn't map the ancestry through genetics. You said so much.
Pull up. You said that I'm a liar. Just pull the fuck up, dude.
Go ahead, Not a Coincidence.
Hold on, Andy. I don't know who you. Andy got static with somebody.
Yeah, he got some.
Now, yo, what
that
part you want me to
fucking
go
sand,
to?
dude. It's a piece of shit.
Don't let him get to you.
Share the screen. Not a coincidence of the video. Let's go see when he's dealing with population genetics model of local ancestry. Let's hear what he says, and then we can go back to the source and we can qualify if it's in the source. And I'm telling you that it is not, brother. It's not. You got to go up just a little bit till you see. Hold on, what source was that? That's the Great Migration. You got to go past that one. That's still the Great Migration one. That's the primary to the Great Migration Pub Health article. All right, the title of the source that we're looking at is Population Genetics Model of Local Ancestry. So now let me remind you that he is debating YK the truth, and the debate topic is, can DNA trace migration? The article that I am looking at is supporting YK the Truth's argument. But this is Zab's source, and he is trying to use it to disqualify YK the Truth. The problem is he never read the source. Yet he has a summary of the source, which is extracted from ChatGPT, and he never qualified the summary. And then he said he put his own spin on it. So there's a lot of pseudoscience that has transpired and bad research methodology that has transpired that led to a faulty conclusion, not only on one slide, on all his shit. His whole debate was fucked up. That's why he fighting so hard. So let's let him go. Let him go. It gets interesting. Oh, it's a little bit above it. That's still the Great Migration. Should be coming. Yeah. Hold on. Hit. Yeah.
Zooming right there where it says,
Nah, that ain't the
African Americans are underrepresented. Make that a little bit bigger right there, the summary part. And show me where what I said is in conflict.
What state do you live in, Zambia?
He's on the video right now. He's trying to get to the source.
Because you acting like I can't paraphrase. So show me where what I said is
no,
in conflict.
you cannot when you're using a source. You have to quote the
I can't paraphrase. You can't tell me what I can and can't do in a debate.
You have to cite the source.
You can't paraphrase because as you can clearly see, the summary is saying the same thing I said.
Population genetics model of local.
Yo, what was the name of the source again?
Go back to the summary.
Right,
don't
called
go
population genetics model
and
of
show
local
me where
ancestry.
Show me where what I paraphrase is in conflict with what the study's saying. No, go back to the summary.
Everything that you did in the
everything I did was paraphrasing because I'm putting my
no,
own
bro,
words
you
on it.
cannot. You're
Yes,
citing
I can paraphrase.
Source. You didn't even cite the source.
I told you where the
Okay,
information
hold on.
came from.
All right, not a coincidence.
If I say, yo,
there you go, right
this
there,
rock
right
is a
there,
such and
right
such,
there.
and
Go
this
back
is
just
the
a little
rock.
bit and let it play.
You can't paraphrase.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, go back to the summary. We don't gotta let it play. Go back to the summary.
Hold on.
What I said,
article, right?
Different.
The authors.
Look, he's highlighted the article. He's highlighted the article. But let me show you that I got the same shit up. Okay. Look, I got the article up. I got the whole entire article up. I know the whole entire thing. This source.
You read that whole entire thing.
YK's argument about about migrations. Look what it says. Migrations have played an important role in shaping the genetic diversity of human populations. Understanding genomic data thus requires careful modeling of historical gene flow. Let's see what he says. Why is he using this source? What is the intent and purpose of
That's
this
the
source?
abstract. Do you know what an abstract is? You can't go to the abstract.
How historical
hold on,
migration.
What does abstract mean?
Intermarriage can lead
It's a
to
summary of the
differences
article.
in genetic
Abstract
ancestry
mean in a
between
scientific sense.
individuals with similar genetic profiles.
If you don't want to pull it, I'll pull it up
I don't
myself.
say
I'll
that
show
shit.
you what abstract means.
This is what it says.
You don't want to go to the summary because you know that the
Here we
summary is saying
consider
the
the
same
effect
thing I
of
said.
relative right here. Here we
What
consider
does
the
abstract
effect
mean
of
in a
relatively
scientific
recent population
Yo,
structure and
Zab,
gene
hold
flow and
on a
interpret
second, man.
genomes of individuals that have ancestry from multiple source populations as mosaics of segments originating from each population. This article describes general and tractable models for local ancestry patterns with a focus on the linear distribution of continuous ancestry tracks and the variance in total ancestry proportions among individuals. The models offer improved. I told him that the abstract is a summary of what to expect to read in the actual body of the article. I said it's a summary. He's arguing against that. So when she told y'all that this was coming, this is what she was referring to. But it gets better. Agreement with Wright-Fisher simulation data when compared to the state of the art and can be used to infer time-dependent migration rates from multiple populations.
Why does it say we find that a model with two distinct phases improves the modeling, which goes back to the summary where I was saying that it is not
European gene flow significantly improves the modeling of both track lengths and ancestry.
Why does it need improvement?
What the hell was he talking about?
You got to go to the summary.
So first of all, an abstract is a summary of the actual article, and then it
goes.
It's
a summary of what they're going to test for.
No,
it's a summary of what they are going to. That is why it's in the beginning. You got to go down to the summary.
Brother, listen, I need to give you this class. Are you?
You don't gotta give me no class, bro.
There's a course class on
not a coincidence had the summary up and then he quickly clicked off of it.
On
y'all doing like a.
Let me run it back. Improved agreement with Wright-Fisher simulation data when compared to the state of the art and can be used to infer time dependent migration rates from multiple. Listen closely to Zab when he cuts in populations.
Why does it
Considering
say we
hap
find that a
map
model with
African
two distinct
American
phases
ASW
improves
data,
the
we
modeling,
find
which
that
goes
a
back to the
model
summary I was
with
saying
two
that it
distinct phases
is
of
not.
European gene flow significantly improves the modeling of both track lengths and ancestry.
Why does it need improvement?
What the hell was he talking about?
You got to go to the
All right,
summary.
so first of all, an abstract is a summary of the actual article, and then it
No,
goes
it's a
down.
summary of what they're going to test for.
No,
it's a
it is
summary
a-
of what they are
no,
going to
it's
test
a-
for. That is what
This man said an abstract is a summary of what they're going to test for. He said that the abstract is a summary of what they're going to test for. All I hear is Black Panther in my head saying, "Didn't I tell your dumb ass don't go waste your time over there talking to them stupid motherfuckers?" Yo, you can't make this shit up though. This is the perfect example of why literacy matters, why comprehension matters in our community. This is the perfect example. But it gets worse. Watch.
was in the beginning. You got to go down to the summary.
Class. Brother, listen, I need to give you this class. Are you
You don't gotta give me no class, bro.
There's a course
Because
of class
not
on
a
science
coincidence had the
literacy,
summary
bro.
up and then he
There's
quickly
a
clicked
course
off of it.
class on
So I see
science
y'all
literacy.
doing like a monkey
They
show
talk
over
about
here.
what
This is like a
abstracts
kabuki
are.
circus now. Because he had
Yeah,
the summary
you
and he
kinda
seen that
hurt
the
right
summary
now.
was saying the same
You
shit
kinda
I was
hurt.
saying. So now you're going back to
it
the
wasn't
abstract, what they
saying
testing for.
It didn't say nothing that you said.
Because I was paraphrasing.
No, you was not.
I
You
was
wasn't-
paraphrasing, and the paraphrasing
You cannot.
was from
When you're
ChatGPT.
citing
I
a
can't
source,
paraphrase. According
when
to
you're
you, I
citing
can't.
a
You
source,
trying to
you
tell
have
me
to
how I
quote
got
the
it again.
source. The source doesn't even
This is
substantiate
where
what
the
you're
source
saying.
is where the information came from.
Can
What
you
part
can
are
you
you
put
not
my
understanding?
can you share my screen again? I still got it on the source. I don't want to. I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to deflect as
I'm not
much as
trying to do
possible.
anything. I'm just
All right.
explaining to you, but you're not.
No. I don't need your explanation, bro. I take science literacy classes every day for fun. Okay, I'm a nerd about the methodology shit. See, this is the difference between me and most of the people that you may have a conversation with, is that I get off on methodology. So I look to see if you demonstrate proper research methodology, and then I expose your methodology to show your flaws. And right here is your flaws. This entire discussion, this entire thing.
So now you paraphrasing. Now you said, okay, there you go. Limitations and possible improvements. The whole time I was discussing limitations.
No, you was.
There you go. Yes, I was. My whole point was that it was
okay. So let's see if this says what you say. Then, if this is what you was talking about, let's see.
You go over my point.
All
My
right,
whole
so
point was it was
okay.
about exposing the
Okay.
limitations.
Okay,
So you're not saying nothing, brother.
Zab. If this is saying what you were saying, then you wouldn't mind me reading it.
I don't have to
see
paraphrase it.
Oh, Zab. If this is saying
Go ahead, read it.
what
Go ahead, read
Zab,
it.
is it okay if I read it? If this is saying what you're saying, because we just heard what you said, and it ain't gonna be this. A limitation
No, we didn't hear
of all.
You didn't play what I said. You got to play what I said.
Yes, he did. You was talking.
Okay, play it again.
No, we're not playing again. We heard it. We know what your stance is. It don't work, and this is gonna say it works. So we don't need to say it hitting nothing there.
Yeah, a limitation of all demographic inference methods is that the model space is very large, and the information available to learn about the model is limited. Thus, we need to coarsely parameterize model space at the risk of introducing biases. This is similar to the modeling of the allele frequency distributions. Even though the vast majority of scenarios are inconsistent with the data, no, you don't know what it's referring
Keep reading,
to.
nigga. Keep reading.
Thank you.
Let him read.
Consistent with the data. All right, let's keep going because we could all clearly
What
read
data?
ourselves.
What data? Okay. Before I continue to read, what data is it referring to? Do you know what data that this is referring to exactly? Yes or no?
Hold on, let me get a little bit.
No.
I'm saying we did a debate with this yesterday and don't know. That's the damn shit.
Well, I don't know. You expect I'm gonna know the whole entire shit by heart?
Nope.
You should. You used it.
I extrapolated information from it and I paraphrased.
You did not. You told us what you did.
Keep reading the limitations. I'm not gonna let you escape from that. Go back down and read the limitations.
No.
Don't try to use that as a way
What
to not
data
read
is it referring to? We're waiting on your answer to that. We're waiting on your answer to the data. What data is this referring to?
I'm gonna go on myself and pull it up since you want to play games.
You ain't even got you never read the source. That's what I'm saying.
You got the source right there, so read it. No. Read the limitations and possible.
Now, listen. He never read the source. Y'all heard me say that he never read the source. I repeat, he never read the source. He just said himself, well, I got it. I'm going to go look it up and I'm going to read it for myself. Listen to him.
I extrapolated information from it and I paraphrased.
You did not. You told us what you did.
Keep reading the limitations. I'm not gonna let you escape from that. Go back down and read the limitations.
No.
Try to use that as a way
what
to not
data
read
is it referring to? We're waiting on your answer to that. We're waiting on your answer to the data. What data is this referring to?
I'm gonna go it on myself and pull it up since you want to play games.
You ain't even got you never read the source. That's what I'm saying.
You got the source right there, so read it. No. Read the limitations and possible improvements.
You never read it. So
Ladies
why
and
did
gentlemen, you see what he's doing, right? Y'all see how he was reading it, and then he looking for.
I'm going to continue to read it, but I'm not going to let you see.
But Jab saying, all right, let me start reading this shit, and now you playing games. You don't want to read it.
Let me know when I can read. Let me know when I can talk.
You read it right now.
I'll be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
Go ahead, read it.
Is you finished or is you done?
No, I'm finished. Go ahead and read it, brother.
You sure? Okay,
Yeah.
so for the record, you never read the article, you never knew what it was talking about, but some kind of way.
We're not for the record. We're striking that from the record.
Come on, Zab, stop. You said you was done. Zab, you said you was done.
You said it yourself.
But you asked
Zab, you said it yourself.
This nigga asking me to memorize a 15.
No, I didn't.
Study.
No.
He stopped so
he stopped. You to read the limitations.
Yeah, he stopped so he can read. He can just read.
Thank you, Zab. So again, you didn't know the data that it's referring to. So let me proceed. Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. All right. Now, this is similar to the modeling of the allele frequency distribution, even though the vast majority of scenarios are consistent with the inconsistent with the data. The number of models that are consistent with the data remains large. And model fitting, again, the number of models that are consistent with the data remains large. And model fitting often requires simplifying assumptions. When applied to HapMap trio, phased African American data, ASW, inferred parameters were responsible, and we found evidence for let me finish. We found evidence for migration patterns that depart from the migration pulse with subsequent random mating, which is at the heart of many approaches. However, distinguishing between continuous migration and non-random mating remains challenging. All right. The debate, ladies and gentlemen, was about, can they use DNA to determine migration? This 2012 article is saying that they can. And it is also arguing that they needed to insert European ancestry to strengthen the support of the models. That's what this whole limitation thing was about. It's limited because of African American data. So they needed data to put next to it to strengthen the data. He didn't understand that because he never read the article.
Right, there you go.
That has nothing to do.
Again.
All right. So You know what? You know what?
No, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep
Not
going.
a coincidence.
You're digging your own
Not
grave.
a coincidence. Can you play the video back for the brother? Because he don't have no idea what he said. So I need to make sure that we're clear on what he said, because we know what he said, but he's not clear. Therefore, he doesn't understand the data. He doesn't understand what the article is saying because it supports YK the fucking truth.
Well, I'm
argument.
paraphrasing what this shit says.
You're
Challenging.
Okay.
It says that it is limited.
Let me know when you want me to continue to read.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's
he
damaging.
He thinks that paraphrasing is just picking out words that he likes, but you're not even saying in context.
Information.
You're not even saying in context. Sean, what
this article is not at conflict with my premise, and you got to show me how it is.
Where you want me to play it from?
This is sad, bro. Back, just rewind back a little bit before, because if you still got the article up right there, the same article, but we want to hear him talk. So go back a little bit before this source comes up. So it's like right before I say, yeah, right here. A little bit before, I know the whole entire thing. This source supports. Now rewind back a little bit. Argument about
in this article, right? In this article, right? The authors.
Look, he's highlighted the article. He's highlighted
that was
article.
A screenshot
But
that
let me show you that I got the same shit up. Okay.
That's good right there. Go back further.
A little bit further back. Before I pull this source up, we'll show the source. I want him to talk. Because what he's about to do is he's gonna tell us everything that we need to know. All right, play it from right there, I guess. This article, watching nothing come up. Let me capitalize it. In this, I should be able to find it. There's 3 examples.
You're not gonna find words because I was paraphrasing.
We're looking at 2 of them on screen. There's the 3rd one. There's no other source in here that begins a paragraph and says, in this. I can scroll all the way down to the bottom, y'all. It's not here. There's nothing here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So again, he's misrepresenting a source. Where is this information coming from?
Disease. They note that genetic data can be ambiguous. Here you go that word ambiguous again. Particularly when it comes to the interpretation. Say they interpreting shit.
See, he's
the
reading
interpretation of genetic variants of unknown significance. Here's another area of challenge.
That's the ChatGPT screenshot right there.
In this article, right? The authors.
Look, he's highlighted the article. He's highlighted the article. But let me show you that I got the same shit up. Okay. Look, I got the article up. I got the whole entire article up.
So you mad that I highlighted the wrong part?
This source,
because I didn't highlight the limitations
argument
part.
About mass,
is that you got to come better than that, bro. This is a weak argument that you're presenting right now.
Hold on, say that again, Zab. You highlighted
He
the
mad
wrong
because
part.
I highlighted the wrong part. I should have highlighted the limitations part. And he's harping at that. Like he is trying to use that to disqualify what I said. You got to come better than that, Sean. This is pathetic, man.
Zab, you didn't even read the limitations part because it didn't exist to you. You were using ChatGPT, brother. You admitted it.
Mad
so you never read it. No, you never read the part. Zab. You never read the article. Brother, listen. The best thing that you can do is admit fault, bro. Admit when you're wrong. Admit when you're wrong.
The limitations part is saying the same shit that I was saying.
No, you don't know the limitations because it's not saying that it has limitations.
So
it does not. It's not saying that it has limitations because in the first paragraph I told you that it had a large.
You thought you had something. Turns out this shit just fell flat.
Hold on real quick.
You got a liver punch.
Right.
Can you share my screen again?
Tank gave you a liver punch. You thought you were saying something. You thought you was really doing something.
Yeah, hold on. All right.
It fell flat,
so,
nigga.
So we gotta We're gonna move on to something else. Sean,
Yeah,
you
let's
gonna
move
say
on. Yeah,
something?
hold that
Hold
down.
on.
Yeah.
Zab,
Can I
Zab,
real quick?
hold on, Zab.
I highlighted the wrong shit. Yeah,
Zab,
No, it ain't about
Zab.
highlighting the wrong shit, nigga. You never read the shit, so you don't know if it was limitations or not because you
yeah,
didn't
but
read it.
you just found out that is right.
No,
and
it
exact.
don't have limitations. That's what you don't know.
Oh,
So
that's
overall,
that's why you got a whole chapter called
read
limitations.
this.
Yeah,
Since you know
Zab,
so
since
much,
you want
read
to
it.
talk, read that. Since you want to talk so much, read it.
You read it.
I'm trying to give you your time, but you want to talk I'm trying to let him talk. Nah, read it, bro.
I
You
see
want
it says there are
because as
therefore
soon as he
used
start,
to improve. They talk about how they need to improve it. All right.
as soon as he starts reading it, you're gonna interrupt him. So you might as well read it.
Are they looking to reduce the disparity? So that's right
No,
there.
can you read it, brother?
The shit needs
Can you read
improvement.
it? Can you
The
read
shit
it?
needs improvement.
Can you read
They
it?
gotta
Can
improve
you
it.
read it? You the one used the 2012
Yeah,
source,
you
not
gotta
us.
improve this shit
You,
better.
all right, so let's keep it a buck.
Limited.
All right, so now, all right, since we playing a game like that, Zab, I was trying to be nice and cordial with you.
Man. We
No. I'm taking my gloves off now because you're a pathetic ass nigga. So now I'm gonna take my gloves off. So you use this source. YK, the truth didn't tell you to use this shit. You used it. You never read it. You used Chat GPT, which you was a fucking failure at. It was a 2012 source. You knew nothing about it. So don't come in here and try to act like you knew some shit, my nigga. You didn't know a goddamn thing, and you got called out on it, and everybody bear witness to you fucking up. So
don't take that up with me.
overall, we found that the proposed models accurately. What does it say? Accurately describe the distribution of ancestry tract lengths and variances when compared to Wright-Fisher simulations. The models we use allow for general migration histories.
Using models, like I said in my debate, they using
can be. All right. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Using algorithms and models.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Zab, I asked you to read it. You didn't want to read it. And the only reason I said read it because I said as soon as he starts reading, you're gonna cut him off, and that's exactly what you're doing. Come on, man. But Sean, I think you still got more to say about it.
Yeah, the conclusion tells us that they have the accurate amount of everything that was needed in the study that was done in 2012, right? And it also went on to show that, you know, there was some unrepresented data that was in there that needed to be represented. And therefore, by using these different simulations, they were able to do the job successfully. And that's what the conclusion said. That's why I said, did he actually read the article? Because if GPT or a Chat GPT was telling him to do one thing or the other, then he should have went and pulled up the actual source, because he said that this was just a screenshot, which meant that he knew no information about the actual study. He didn't know the conclusion of the study. So how could he argue against YK the truth when he doesn't know the conclusion of the study? That would mean he's short-sighted and he doesn't understand what he's talking about. And he made this mistake in round 2 and round 3, the same mistakes, using Chat GPT, trying to shortcut, cherry pick, and argue some shit, and he got caught.
You should be wasting all this energy on trying to help YK put some bandages on his motherfucking head. That's what you need to be doing.
Yo, Zab, you want to say something to end this conversation, man?
Where the Mestizo go?
I'll say I was paraphrasing. The study was not at odds with what I was saying. I'm sorry, Sean, that you wanted to see the exact word for word. I'm sorry that you don't understand what paraphrasing means, and I'm sorry that your boy took that L, man. So you just stop being a sore loser.
How did you come to the conclusion that you came to summarize the way that you did?
My whole point was the shit was limited.
Zab, how I'm asking you a real question, Zab.
Was limited.
A real question, Zab. This ain't about you. You didn't do anything with YK. You look like a fucking fool.
You're not even writing exact.
You're doing yourself a disservice right now, brother. Do you not know how embarrassing you are?
No, you thought you was saying something by
no, brother. No. How did you, if you never read the source, come to a conclusion that the article was saying something that it was not even saying based on the conclusion of the article?
from the article.
No, you. Where did you get the information from? Where, to paraphrase. Listen. You said you paraphrase. You see how you lying right now?
Information that supports my argument.
See how you're lying right now.
Lying about
how
what?
the fuck does a chat GPT support your argument? How? You never read the article. You never looked at the evidence. Do you not understand what I'm asking you? You voided out all the fucking evidence, brother. How could you sit here and say this supported you?
It's water under the bridge. That nigga lost. Pan-Africans always
smoke signal.
Pan-Africans always end up in a
smoke signal. Please stay out of the way of the flamethrower right now. Stay out of the way of the flamethrower right now.
Move on.
First of all, not crying.
You notice how
there's no crying. Zab, I asked you a question, brother. Can you answer me?
Let's go back.
Can you answer me? No. Answer my question. Not go nowhere, nigga. How did you conclude the way you concluded in your paraphrasing without reading the fucking article, nigga?
Because I went and I found a paragraph.
You didn't read it. You didn't go no goddamn where.
It was.
Just take some flowers to the burial site and it'll be all right.
Why is you lying, Zab?
You mad because I can't fully summarize.
No. I'm not mad. No. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad that you're lying to people. I'm mad that you're lying to people. You are a goddamn shame. You sit on this platform and you say that you was paraphrasing and all this pacified ass shit just to cover up your mistake instead of being a goddamn man and saying, man, I fucked up. I ain't even read the article, yo. I was just I have no evidence, brother. You admitted if you use chat GPT, smoke, please, brother. Please smoke. Stay out of this.
My whole
Stop crying,
science is limited.
Nigga, I ain't crying about shit.
All right, hold on. Break it up, man. Let's I think Sean, you proved your point.
That nigga ain't prove shit.
He ain't prove shit. He went to the paragraph where it said limited. He said, "Oh shit, this shit is right and exact." And then he tried to say, "Okay, summarize what that shit said."
Do you know what's crazy? I'm telling people not to cut you off. I'm giving you your time, but as soon as I start talking, I've been quiet. You want to cut me off? God damn. But hold on, Lucky, you got your screen up? What you want to show something? After Lucky, it's smoke signal, man.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on what I was speaking on earlier about if your chat GPT is not connected to the internet, you really running the risk of having what we just seen happen. So chat GPT is at the best, it's Wikipedia, like brother was saying. If you got it tapped in with the internet, as you can see, it'll actually quote it, and you can go straight to the link itself. Like the web results, they up to date. You see, it say current date 4/25. You see what I'm saying? I just did just to show you the Albert Perry situation. You see how they got the numbers, just like a wiki article. You can run down and hit the 2, and it's gonna bring you to the source. But you do have to read the source. It is imperative to read the source. But if you attach it to the internet, you have a better chance of the summary that you are trying to manifest being correct.
Yeah, but I ain't paying for that shit, Lucky. I'm using the
free this version. Is free, brother. This is free. This is just having a little bit of nuance in the things that you do.
Oh, that shit free. I didn't know you could
I see another fucking problem. Another goddamn problem. You didn't know. See, if you just said that from the beginning, bro, we would have chalked it up as you just didn't know.
Fucked up now, man. Now that I know that I could put this shit live on the internet, it's gonna be a bigger problem now.
No, this should help you get out of that bullshit phase that you're in by lying to us.
Said, it's like, so if to me, it's no different than using Wikipedia. It's just way faster and way more efficient.
But you have to use it
correctly. You lied though, man. I'm not letting you live. I'm not letting you go off that lie, bro. You lied. And then you come on a panel.
There was no lie, brother.
It's like you sitting in my face and you just lied to me in my face, bro.
Hold on, but tell, what did I lie about?
All right, first of all, you did not read the article, so you can't summarize some shit you never read.
You did admit to you not reading the whole article because you said there's no way you read it all to him.
Yeah, that was kind of you kind of shot yourself in the foot.
And
So you
then
didn't
you
read it
didn't
all,
even know the
brother.
conclusion of the
So,
study.
I read the part that I needed to read. The
no, but
you didn't.
That's
how
all.
do
That's
you
all I was
summarize?
concerned with.
How do you summarize something you didn't read, brother?
Because I read the part that
Seriously.
I was concerned with. I was
That's
concerned
why I
with the
heard enough.
limitations chapter.
But that's my point. I heard enough. You know what I'm saying? Sean made his point. You didn't even read it, but you're trying to summarize. That alone
It was a weak
damaging.
ass point.
No, because now we know you don't know what you're talking about. Because you didn't read it. That's just it, brother. Like, you can't get around that fact. That's your own admission. You didn't read it, so
I didn't need to read the 15 pages. All I had to read was the part that supported my argument, and I extrapolated from it, and I did what I did. Nah,
and that's cherry
if you
picking.
wanted me to read the whole 15 pages,
that's cherry picking.
I don't need it. I don't.
And that's why you're wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with.
That's why
Listen,
you're
ain't
wrong.
nothing wrong with cherry picking. You can get
there
the
is.
information that you need from. It's called using multiple sources. You could use multiple
You
different
can't cherry
sources.
pick, and then the source you cherry pick from
What's wrong with
doesn't
cherry
agree
picking?
with your
You're
conclusion.
making it seem like cherry picking is an automatic no. What's wrong with cherry picking? You could extract
If it doesn't support
information
your
out of things.
conclusion, if the article you taking from doesn't support your conclusion, that's wrong. You can't use something.
But
a
it
small
doesn't
part
not
of
support
something.
my conclusion. This article, they were testing for something else, and they found out certain information that happened to back up
So
what I
that
was
means
saying.
DNA
So I
works.
used that
Then. That means
information in my
DNA works.
argument because at the
Yeah,
end of
but
the day,
listen,
this is all you need to worry about, right?
show you
At the
when
end of the day, what I said was not false because there is limitations to it. What else I said? Everything I said was factual.
All right, but listen to me, Zach. Listen is what you just said. You said they did some tests and the findings came back. What are they testing? They're testing DNA, right? So that means
no, they were testing
DNA does work.
No. They were testing to see the
Once again, the title of the debate is can DNA trace migration? Some shit like that. He said it can't, but his source says it can. And the study that was used, watch this. I think I'm about to go off again.
If they could use the current migration patterns in their study of certain genetic variants.
Yeah,
and they
your
found
DNA,
out that
genetics,
the current migration
DNA.
patterns is limited.
No, but do you hear yourself? But they're able to test and they're able to come back with results. That means testing for
Yeah,
DNA
but the
and
test results,
finding these things out work. No, but the debate is, does it work? It's not, does it work 80%?
It works in a limited way.
No, but everything's limited, brother. Your seatbelt is limited. Your brakes are limited.
It is a limited amount of seats. If there's a limited amount of seats, and you run out of
Everything in
seats,
life
you can't
is
sit there.
limited.
So
Everything
if
in life
it's
is
limited amount of
Your-
information that you
your
can't
Wi-Fi
rely on it.
speed is limited.
Because
Listen, your Wi-Fi
because
speed
the debate topic was can DNA
But
be used to
you're
trace
not saying it don't work. Listen, your
Let me show
Wi-Fi
what me and YK agreed to. Let me share my
Bro, you're
screen.
wrong.
This
Hold
was
on.
supposed to be the DNA topic.
Nah, come on, we moving on from that, bro. Because Smoke Signal on here too. Unless Smoke Signal want to give you his time. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
you
got
wrapping y'all
something.
ass up pretty nicely. Don't put their ass in a box, bro.
Y'all niggas is crazy. He just admitted he didn't read something, but he's trying to summarize it.
I
And you
didn't read the
still
whole entire
agreeing with it.
15 pages, and
Hold
neither
on,
did
real
Sean,
quick.
because you can't read
Hold
15
on.
pages
Wait a minute.
in 2 hours.
Hold on. Don't let them get you entangled into a straw man argument. Pause yourself and ask them the question, bro. Is the information that you presented inaccurate or accurate? That's all you got to do. That's gonna end this whole motherfucking argument, bro.
Exactly, but they know it's not. They look at Smoke. They're looking for the exact words. They looking for the exact sentences as if what I'm saying wasn't true, and they grasping for straws right now. Because at the end of the day, if you
A nigga that didn't graduate from high school and another motherfucker who got a comprehension problem and don't read finna sit here and tell us
and now he
that
emotional
we're grabbing for straws. The narrative and nerve of you, nigga. The narrative and nerve of your motherfucking dumb ass. Both of y'all.
Hey,
You
your
uneducated
African ain't not a
motherfuckers.
coincidence.
No, hell
Your
no.
African
Ain't
homeboy
none of
seem to
them
be happy
emotional.
right now.
You the
What's going
scientist.
on?
You the
Ain't
science
nothing
nigga.
going
Why
on.
you so emotional
Your
right now?
African brother seems to be hurt right now, man. What's really going on, bro?
You have a
What
reading
is
comprehension.
emotion?
Zab, you have a reading comprehension problem, and
You got an
Smoke
emotional
Signal is
problem.
a
You gotta compose
crackhead looking
yourself.
for a home. So who the fuck should be listening to either one of y'all after you
Well, nobody
both
should listen to
demonstrated
an
after you
emotional ass
both
nigga
demonstrated
that can't
that neither
compose
one of you
himself.
niggas
I got
got
good
any type of command of
Then
knowledge.
why did you even research
That's
the
all that
article
you
then?
did, Zab.
You're
Then why did you even research the
Why
article
you
then?
triggered,
You're in
bro?
a debate and you had the audacity
Listen,
to
at the end of the
lie
day, it ain't that
in a
serious, brother.
fucking
I don't know why
debate,
you so
nigga.
triggered. It
In
ain't
a
that
debate
serious.
where African was
In a
buried.
debate
Yeah.
setting,
In
you
a
had the
debate
audacity
where
to
an
lie and
African
you got
was
caught.
buried.
You
Did you
got
take
caught.
funerals?
So
Did you
everything that
take
you
flowers
said
to
out
the
there
grave
is
site, my
full of
nigga?
shit.
You take any flowers to the grave site?
Smoke Signal. Smoke Signal. Graduate. Go get your GED, you dumb motherfucker. That's what you do for all of us. Go get one. Zab.
want to do
The
African so
audacity
bad.
of you, brother.
I say go see a therapist, man, because you
I
got
don't
like
need to see no
some
therapist, nigga. You need to go see a
traumatized.
therapist. You the one with a problem.
Traumatized, nigga. You emotional, man. Like, God, you need a hug, my nigga. Go
Yeah,
hug a crackhead.
all that.
You
Yeah,
outside,
all
go
that.
hug a crackhead, nigga.
Yeah, all that.
Triggered.
But you the one suffering from an identity
Triggered.
crisis. You fucking lying ass nigga.
Let me ask you the
I
question.
need to
That
go
was
see.
the
I need to go
that
see
Smoke brought
someone.
up.
But you
Is
the
the
one with an
information what I
identity
said
crisis,
false?
suffering from an
Is the
identity crisis.
information that I said last night
You know what I'm saying?
false?
Yes, everything you said was false. Everything.
That's bullshit. Come on, that's bullshit.
Everything.
You know it's bullshit.
Listen, you lost round one. You lost round one because you didn't have no information. So you automatically lost round one. Round two,
I was setting them up.
we just demonstrated, Zab. We just demonstrated
setting
where
them
you
up.
fucked up. We just demonstrated it again to you on live with
Your
you on
whole
a panel.
fuck up is you believe that
No,
DNA
bro.
can
Look
be
at you,
used to go
look at you wiggling.
ancient ancestry.
You trying to save yourself. You fucked up in the second round because of what you did in the second and third round was the same shit that we calling you out on right now. Trying to use Chat GPT like you said.
Well, y'all use Wikipedia. Stop using Wikipedia,
brother. You didn't even have it linked to the internet. Lucky pulled that out, and then on top of that, sitting here and
even
just
though
taught
I
you
didn't
something.
have it linked
Lucky
to
just
the
taught you
internet,
something.
it was
No,
still the- it
Lucky
was
just
still
taught
the-
you something. I don't
I
use
appreciate
Chat
that from Lucky.
GPT, but I knew that you can't use that shit as a reliable source because it said so.
Oh well,
And
according
then-
to this article, I can
No.
use it. You pull up some shit
According
that
to
said I
what
can't use
Lucky
it,
just
I can
did.
show you some shit the way I
According to
can
what
use it.
Lucky just did. According to what Lucky just did, then it will lead you to the article. And Lucky said something. Lucky said something that was significant. He said, "Do not paraphrase. You need to read the article to make sure that it is saying what you're trying to say." He said that, and you just tried to blow by him saying it like it was nothing. He just tried to help you, and your inconsiderate ass failed at accepting the help. Who does this? You
Yeah,
niggas
that
is so
happened.
fucked up.
That actually happened. But yeah. Hold on, I want to show y'all something because Sean just beating on y'all. I want to give y'all a break, man. This is crazy. Sean, you good? You need a break?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, Lord.
All right, so listen. What up, YK? I see you in the chat, bro. So basically, I don't know how much of it you caught, but the gist of everything, man, is that you debated someone who didn't even prepare for you. I'm gonna say this one more time. You debated someone that didn't even prepare for you, brother. He used Chat GTP screenshots and then of the original sources and then highlights a summary and then he's reading some shit behind the scenes. We don't know what the hell he's reading to argue against the debate topic, and every single source he showed supported you because we know how to read the damn sources. And it wasn't saying what he was saying. He was all flat out disingenuous, bro. But he made me snap on him because he was being stupid. Now it was at this point I think, yeah, he drops off. Once he drops off, Smoke Signal is left by itself. And Zab goes into the chat, crying in the chat. And now he wants to debate me on the existence of Atlantis. I'm like, why do you even want to debate me on this stupid shit? So I told him who the source of his claim is. I said Pluto is your source, right? Pluto made it up. He said he made it up. So why is you still vibing off this? He has problems. They all have mental issues. Listen, I know y'all are like, damn, Sean, you was pretty harsh when the other dude started talking. You told him to get his GED and called him a crackhead. Listen to me, y'all. Smoke Signal, I made Smoke Signal admit, if you haven't heard the other show, I made Smoke Signal admit that he didn't graduate from from high school. He didn't graduate from high school. So this is one of the people who seems to be the loudest follower of their whole entire movement. Zab wants to argue with YK and he isn't even qualified. So all YK did was use a presentation he had already put together, right? And he just taught everybody for 3 rounds. And when he needed to rebut Zab, he just rebutted Zab from the top of his head because he already knew his argument. It wasn't no hard work for him. He was already prepared for it. But Zab tried to get ready for him in 2 hours, yo. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play that part. I'm gonna play that part, Lucky, because that was funny too. That was funny too. So this is the issue that we're running up against now. All right, so now we know the mistake. First of all, Zab he didn't stick to the debate topic. None of the sources he was trying to argue with supported anything that he tried to position. He was summarizing sources he never read. He was using Chat GTP as a reliable source, even after I showed him that Chat GTP can't be used. It's unreliable. Lucky tried to help him out and say, you gotta update it, but you still gotta go back and read the information. It was just one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing that is wrong with that debate on that side. And what's sad is if you go over there and look at the voting poll or whatever, they're going against YK because it's YK. So they're gonna select dude just on the humble, not even knowing the information is fraudulent. But these are the type of people that we're dealing with. If you understand what I'm saying. So it makes sense when YK started the whole debate off talking about how all the abos are trying to come together and stop going on Pan-African platforms because they embarrassing themselves. They just ain't on our research level. And they're not. Why? Because there's a community of us who don't romanticize shit, and we use proper research methodology to come to an honest conclusion, and then we teach from what we learned. And as new information comes in, we test that information up against the information we have, and that information either adds to the body of knowledge or it resets where our position was, and we throw our old position away and we move according to the evidence. Our approach is just different on this side. So we have a minority group of people that are falsely claiming an identity for clout. And that shit finna stop. They belittle Africa, piss on Africa, fuck Africa, everything. They don't want to claim their identity. They want to be everything other than that. They have no history to tie themselves to. So I don't know how in the hell they feel like they just existed during all this time without even contributing to Black history. And it's sad. fucking Chat GTP. It's crazy. And let me find this dumbass smoke signal. He sent us on a wild goose chase to look up this dude, right? So we looking up this dude. Let me see.
Nah, you don't.
Yeah, you can cancel that shit. He ain't gonna have no subscribers. Shit, who gonna listen to a crackhead all day?
Nigga, I got subscribers.
Hold up.
With emotional trauma.
You ain't got nothing to present. Look out!
Man, pull up Lewis Perryman, bro.
I got it up there. Where?
You got it up? I can't see that little bit of ass writing.
That's what I'm saying. These are all LinkedIn and Facebook page. You gotta give me more to it. What kind of Indian is it? Like, what is it? Creek? What?
Okay, pull up.
Live?
Okay, pull up.
All right, tell me more.
Lewis Perryman, father of LEGUS. It should pull up from there.
Private investigator research and shit.
You should pull up Kid Grebo.
Well, my shit pulled it straight up. My Google pulled it straight up. I don't know what's wrong.
That's that circular reason you be typing into the chat.
Whatever. We finna see. We finna see how circular it is. I'm gonna run circles around you. I'm gonna run circles around you niggas today. Bet you that.
You said father of what?
Father of LEGUS. That should be enough to pull him up.
Bruh. This dude here, bro. Hey, smoke. Because we know you smoke. Crack.
Your imagination is very vivid, my nigga.
Right, vivid enough to paint a picture to tell the truth about your crackhead ass. 50-some-year-old man think he a Native American or indigenous native.
And he works at Jack.
Yeah, that's him right there. That's him right there. Go to the images, my nigga.
Hey,
We
Sean,
can do some looker shit.
in a box, so
Yeah, I want to read.
No. Go back up. Something interesting was right there. The family's legacy began with Benjamin Perryman, the son of a Welsh trader and a Creek Indian woman. So a Welsh trader, that means a white man, right?
No,
So he's the son of a white man and a Creek Indian woman.
No. That means somebody might have said he was white. That's all that proves. It only proves that somebody. Hold on,
Welsh
wait a minute.
trader.
Hold on, my
Welsh
nigga.
trader.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna need you to get out your emotions. That's all you gotta do. I don't deal with it. I don't deal with emotions,
brother. We already know that you didn't graduate, so we know you.
I don't deal with emotional trauma.
Hold on, Sean. You might not be familiar. They do the Black European thing there too.
Oh, they do the Black European thing too, Lucky.
Yeah, so the Welsh might be a black man. He might be a twa or some shit.
Oh, he's queer.
He could be Martian as far as I know. What you talking about? As far as I know.
Yeah, I think they say the court song was up there or some shit.
I'm not the he said she. I'm not the he said she said nigga. Yeah.
Bro, you just told me to pull this guy up, bro. This is from a YouTube video.
And
so this is who you got?
No, I don't know who they say that is.
That's
they don't look like him to me. That's who?
I say this young guy.
Nah, he ain't looking for that. He looking for this red dude. He's a mosquito.
Hold up. No, I think you got the wrong dude.
He's part of the Creek Confederacy.
He hates mestizos.
His name.
Come on, bro. You got the wrong person.
They don't.
I'm not talking about them.
They have a painting.
Smoke signal.
So how do you know if it's the right person? What's his mom's name? How many kids
Smoke
he have?
signal. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Oh, hold on. I gotta pull that back up. His mama name.
Smoke signal. Do you have a YouTube
trying
channel?
to Google some shit? He worse than Thunder on Dagger Squad. Be trying to
Google it. Andy, bro, your mic, you gotta turn that bit up. You whispering, bro. You just sound like you just talking over people.
I was just gonna say, does Smoke Signal has a YouTube channel? Is that loud enough?
Nah, you don't.
No.
Yeah, you can cancel that shit. He ain't gonna have no subscribers. Shit, who gonna listen to a crackhead all day?
Nigga, I got subscribers. I got subscribers. I ain't even got to put a video out yet, nigga. I'm that nigga. Here you talking about? I'm that nigga.
He is a main character in the Aboriginal community. I would give him that.
So is he described as being?
Hold on, I'm trying to find his mother's name, bro. I'm trying to find his mother's name.
Perryman. He's a chief.
I'm not talking about no Ben, my nigga. I'm talking about Lewis Perryman. I'm talking about no damn Ben. Don't tell me who I'm looking for. You find who you looking for. I'm gonna find who I'm looking for.
We're gonna beat you up no matter where you run to.
Stop it.
Hey, Smoke Signal, who built those pyramids in the Americas? Was it my people or your
Niggas built them pyramids in the Americas. Here you talking about?
No, they didn't.
Boy, stop.
No, they didn't.
Thank you, Sean.
See, you're a fucking liar.
Nigga had 16 to 19 children.
Yeah, the pussy was good back then.
But
Hey,
what makes him?
Were the Aztecs
So you saying?
black? Hey, Smoke Signal, were the Aztecs or black?
Hell yeah, I don't know about the Aztecs. They might have been mixed up. Hey,
so you talking about Tulsa?
They're mine.
You talking
Who?
Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Yeah, that's probably after. That's probably after the fact, though. That's why I need Lewis Perryman.
Lewis is the son of Benjamin. Is that correct? Is what I'm asking you.
Yeah, that might be correct. I can't find it on my. Find it on my screen.
Okay.
I had it at first, but it won't.
Hold on. Let me talk to not a coincidence. Not a coincidence.
Yo,
is the Lewis Perryman that you have? He is also known as Kachukua Miko, chieftain of the Creek Indians, 1787.
No, that's his son.
No. Lewis Perry. All right. So listen.
No, not Lewis. I don't think. Hold on. I don't see that.
All right.
No, his son.
Benjamin
talking about his son, bro.
Lewis. I mean, is the son. Okay, immediate family, son of Benjamin. Okay, so he's the son of Benjamin and Mary, a Creek Indian woman and a Creek Indian man.
Yeah, I'm talking about Lewis Perry, man. His son name is something else.
It's also known as Kochukua Miko. He's a Creek Indian. Both of his parents are Creek Indians. They were born in Indian territory.
And if I'm not mistaken, they both mixed race.
I ain't seen no other mixes in this mix yet.
Hey man, take my source down. Y'all niggas getting too much info off my shit. Hey, take my source down, bro.
Now Indian woman and a Creek Indian man.
Yeah, I'm talking about Lewis Perry, man. His son name is something else.
It's also known as Kochukua Miko. He's a Creek Indian. Both of his parents are Creek Indians. They were born in Indian territory.
And if I'm not mistaken, they both mixed race.
I ain't seen no other mixes in this mix yet.
Hey man, take my source down. Y'all niggas getting too much info off my shit. Hey, take my source down, bro.
Now,
I'm do my own independent study. Take my shit down, bro.
Now he don't want to
take my shit down, bro. I don't need you niggas drooling all over my goddamn sources. Hey, not a coincidence. Take my shit down, bro. Take my shit down. You niggas pull up y'all own shit. Pull up Shaka Zulu or something.
This ain't yours, man. This ain't yours.
Yeah, like I'm the one introduced y'all to that. Pull my shit down, bro.
No. You didn't introduce us to nothing because you don't know nothing about this motherfucker you trying to introduce us to.
I'm doing liquorship. I ain't worried about all that goddamn reading and shit.
Hey, clip that. Hey, the bar reloaded. Clip that. Clip him saying he's doing liquorship.
I'm telling you,
let me say it real slow for you. I am doing liquorship. And can now one of you motherfuckers stop me? I don't care how many times y'all recorded. Fuck you talking about. I don't follow no European standards when it comes to doing my own goddamn research.
Well, liquorship is a universal standard.
All right then. So why you gonna record that like it's something wrong with liquorship?
I'm basically saying that you are following European standard.
No, I'm not. My
Yes,
eyes
you
see
are.
what that.
Oh, my God.
My eyes see independently of Europeans, my nigga. What you talking about? My eyes see independently of Europeans. Here you talking about?
You do crack. You're a crackhead. I'm getting straight crackhead vibes.
Who's this guy?
That's a nigga. That's who that guy is. That's an
He
Indian.
said what? This ain't the person that you were talking about.
That's all right, but y'all won't pull up the one I
That
was
dude
talking
is that
about.
one of us.
Y'all won't pull up. Y'all won't pull up the one I was talking about. So take my shit down. Take my shit down. Take my shit down, bro. Cause y'all won't pull up who I asked y'all to pull up. Y'all beating all around the fucking bush.
Motherfucker got a clean line.
I just don't get why. I just don't get why y'all abos, man. Why y'all gotta disregard all the overwhelming information that disproves what you believe. You have to literally find a needle in a haystack to believe the bullshit you believe.
Whose overwhelming
Your information is garbage, bro. Garbage.
Whose overwhelming information is it, bro?
Shit, bro. You never prove anything any week.
Here you go.
You know, every time you try to do real scientific research, your source destroys you.
Hey, come on,
every week, no
Tyson.
matter who channel you on, bro.
Hey,
no
look.
matter who, whatever you want.
Hey.
I know you slow.
no
I know, bro. I know you slow.
Hold on, Calvin. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's happening, fam? Oh man, I ain't really been on any of this in a while, but I just I listen sometimes.
I don't think. Hold on, I don't see that.
All right,
his son.
Benjamin
talking about
is
his
the
son,
father
bro.
of Lewis. I mean, is the son? Okay, immediate family, son of Benjamin. Okay, so he's the son of Benjamin and Mary, a Creek Indian woman and a Creek Indian man.
Yeah, I'm talking about Lewis Perry, man. His son name is something else.
It's also known as Coachukua Miko. He's a Creek Indian. Both of his parents are Creek Indians. They were born in Indian territory.
And if I'm not mistaken, they both mixed race.
I ain't seen no other mixes in this mix yet.
Hey man, take my source down. Y'all niggas getting too much info off my shit. Hey, take my source down, bro.
Now,
do my own independent study. Take my shit down, bro.
Now he don't want to.
Take my shit down, bro. I don't need you niggas. I don't need you niggas drooling all over my goddamn sources. Hey, not a coincidence. Take my shit down, bro. Take my shit down. You niggas pull up y'all own shit. Pull up Shaka Zulu or something.
This ain't yours, man. This ain't yours.
Yeah, I think I'm the one introduced y'all to that. Pull my shit down, bro.
No. You didn't introduce us to nothing because you don't know nothing about this motherfucker you trying to introduce us to.
I'm doing liquorship. I ain't worried about all that goddamn reading and shit.
Hey, clip that. Hey, the bar reloaded. Clip that. So that's just the gist of excuse me, the type of people that are in that are representing that so-called community over there. He said, I'm doing liquorship over here. Honestly admits to doing that. So there's no type of methodology from any of those people, and they don't substantiate anything. And as you can see, his smoke signals game is he doesn't have to follow any rules, right? He can just create some shit as he see fits because he's living in the mystery land. Yeah, it's a cult. You said run it back one more time. All right, hold on. But that's part of the game, and there's a lesson in this turmoil, and I hope everybody learns. Is the son of Benjamin? Is that correct? Is what I'm asking you.
Yeah, that might be correct. I can't find it on my screen.
Okay.
I had it at first, but it won't.
Hold on. Let me talk to not a coincidence.
Yo,
is the Lewis Perryman that you have? He is also known as Coachukua Miko, chieftain of the Creek Indians, 1787.
No, that's his son.
No. Lewis Perry. All right. So listen.
No, not Lewis. I don't think. Hold on. I don't see that.
All right,
Nah, his
so
son.
Benjamin
You talking
Benjamin
about
is
his
the
son,
father
bro?
of Lewis. I mean, is the
What
son.
happened to the
Okay,
zebra guy?
immediate family, son of Benjamin. Okay, so he's the
Yeah.
son of Benjamin and Mary, a Creek Indian woman and a Creek
Uh-huh.
Indian man.
Yeah, I'm talking about Louis Perry, man. His son
Louis
name is something
Perryman
else.
is also known as Cochukua Miko. He's a Creek Indian. Both of his
Hold
parents
on.
are Creek Indians. They were born in Indian territory.
And if I'm not mistaken, they both mixed race.
I ain't seen no other mixes in this mix yet.
Hey man, take my source down. Y'all niggas getting too much info off my shit. Hey, take my source down, bro.
Now,
I'm doing my own independent study. Take my shit down, bro.
Now he don't want
to.
Take my shit down, bro. I don't need you niggas. I don't need you niggas drooling all over my goddamn sources. Hey, not a coincidence. Take my shit down, bro. Take my shit down. You niggas pull up y'all own shit. Pull up Shaka Zulu or something.
This ain't yours, man. This ain't yours.
Yeah, nigga, I'm the one introduced y'all to that. Pull my shit down, bro.
No. No.
Yeah,
You didn't introduce us to nothing because you don't know nothing about this motherfucker you trying to introduce us to.
I'm doing liquorship. I ain't worried about all that goddamn reading and shit.
Hey, clip that. Hey, the bar reloaded. Clip that. Clip him saying he doing liquorship.
I'm
Hold
telling
on,
you,
let me say it real. No, let me say it real slow for you. I am doing lookership. And can't none one of you motherfuckers stop me. I don't care how many times y'all recorded. Fuck you talking about. I don't follow no European standards when it comes to doing my own goddamn research.
Well, lookership is a universal standard.
All right then. So why you gonna record that like it's something wrong with lookership?
So I'm basically saying that you are following European standard.
No, I'm not. My
Yes,
eyes
you
see
are.
with that.
Oh, my God.
My eyes see independently of Europeans, my nigga. What you talking about? My eyes see independently of Europeans. Here you talking about?
You do crack. You're a crackhead. I'm getting straight crackhead vibes.
Who's this guy?
That's a nigga. That's who that guy is. That's an
He
Indian.
said what?
This ain't the person that you were talking about.
That's all right, but y'all won't pull up the one I
That
was
dude
talking
is that
about.
one of us.
Y'all won't pull up. Y'all won't pull up the one I was talking about. So take my shit
Somebody
down.
at Wardo?
Take
That's
my
at
shit
Wardo.
down. Take my shit down, bro. Cause y'all won't pull up who I asked y'all to pull up. Y'all going y'all beating all around the fucking bush.
That motherfucker got a clean line.
I just don't get why. I just don't get why y'all abos, man. Why y'all gotta disregard all the.
So, this learning experience was brought to you by Not a Coincidence. Please make sure that you go like, share, and subscribe to Not a Coincidence's YouTube channel if you have not. Again, this learning experience is brought to you by Not a Coincidence. Make sure that you go like, share, and subscribe to Not a Coincidence's YouTube channel. I am going to drop the link in the chat. You never know when he goes live and what the topic will be. The brother has been working hard. If you into cryptocurrency, go subscribe to Lucky. If you're into crypto, go subscribe to Digital Asset Lucky. That's what he's into. Right? Now, to the people that, well, first, let me gauge the crowd. How many people think that I was disrespectful to Zab and Smoke Signal? Anybody in the chat, just say that yes or no or maybe or I was a little whatever. Gauging my behavior in that exchange with those two dudes. Let me know. Excuse me. I know there's a delay, so I'm gonna wait. He said, I said it's on brand. He said, my ears don't go by European standards. That dude was a complete dumbass, man. He was complete dumbass. And YK takes a different approach. YK's approach is more like trying to teach them up out of their ignorance. So he's real lenient with them. And they take his kindness for weakness. But he's really exposing how stupid that they are. And they don't even know it. Same thing with Not a Coincidence. That's why he got all these damn snippets of these abos caught up in dumb shit. Let me see. Let me open the panel. My bad. Got quiet there for a second. I'm trying to read everything they're saying in the chat. Ramon says, from the first time I heard Smoke Signal a couple weeks back on Garfield channel, I knew he was a dropout. It's facts. It's facts. I put the link in the chat. Anybody want to join, man? You got something you want to deal with? If you got questions, comments, concerns, if you want to revisit any of the information or the ads for the Black African hospitals before 1930, I gave them a few. They said they was fake. Shaking my head. Shaking my head, bro. This is stupid. They had black hospitals, bro. They couldn't go to white hospitals. This is stupid. They had black hospitals, bro. Listen, bro, if you gonna come on my motherfucking channel, this is stupid. They had hospitals, bro. Cut the YouTube off, Chavis, or go outside on the patio. Get that shit together first. Yeah. Is your shit straight now?
Shut your ass up, nigga. I'm watching you on the screen. You're doing a good job.
I didn't ask you to watch me on the screen. Coming in this motherfucker with background noise.
Be happy you on my. I don't watch everybody, nigga. I don't watch everybody. If I'm watching you, nigga, that's a compliment. God damn it. I'm sitting here listening to this stupid ass shit. A nigga, that dude was basically plagiarizing Chat GPT. That's what he was doing. Live in front of everybody. Then admitted to that shit. That's what he was doing. That shit wild. Then the nigga didn't even know you had to be connected to the internet to use that hoe. Where do you find these niggas at, man?
I ain't find them. You gotta ask Lucky. This is people.
That shit crazy. Then the nigga steady trying to play you.
Yeah,
you don't got the source right there reading that hoe in front of the nigga. Like, bro, you didn't read that. It's obvious. I don't know where you find these niggas, man. I don't know. But yeah, he plagiarized, kid. He plagiarized in chat G. I think that's gonna be a new thing though. I think that's gonna be the new issue. Is boys trying to pull that? You heard him say he'll rather listen to that than you. With him not knowing that niggas program chat GPT, nigga. People have to put that information in there in order for it to get to you. So who's putting that information in there? You don't know. Is you even challenging that? Did he know you could challenge that information? You could ask chat GPT for a source, and that hoe will tell you, "Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cite. I didn't mean to not quote it." And it'll give you a source, and then you can go by it. You can argue with it. I didn't argue with chat GPT, and made that hoe say error. So you can't, like you were saying, you can't rely on that. That's all I got. I'll be quiet. Smoking a blunt.
What up, Arnold?
Yeah, what up, Sean? Yeah, man, I've been going live on TikTok, and boy, them Indians been circling, man. but I appreciate the fact that you put the sources in your chat, so I'm killing them with the info, man. You know, they get mad at me over there, man. But like I say, I'm even looking at the fact that the females have succumbed to this nonsense, and they are representing just as hard as the dudes out here with this crazy madness, man. I mean, they are denying Africa. They deny Africa so bad, bro. It's ridiculous.
Savior syndrome, bro. They follow that whole pastor, my bishop. It's easy to attract. It's easy to attract women, man. Personality can attract women, man.
Yeah, I heard it's real bad on TikTok, brother. So you got your work cut out for you.
Oh yeah, it's definitely bad. But like I say, well, like Sean said earlier, you know, when you understand methodology, and you know how to, you know, put this thing together to win your argument, it's undeniable. I mean, undeniable. But again, you'll hear them say, "Yeah, this brother went to public school." God damn it, we all damn near went to public school unless we were rich. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I can critically think now. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that I assess all of the sources and make sure I get the truth out of it, one way or the other. You know, but they just don't care, man. They're out here really, really bad, and it's embarrassing because on TikTok you got these different communities where everybody can see what you're doing when you're going live, and everybody come on there, man, and be laughing at them, calling them crazy, you know, it's embarrassing, man. It's a huge embarrassment. But again, we can't. Of course, it's hard to separate ourselves from them because we all look alike. So people from outside our community think we all crazy like this. You know what I mean? And that's the bad part. So that's why we got to keep up the fight and continue to show all these people around the world that every black person is not crazy. Is not stuck on this crazy mess, man. For real.
Yeah, they don't even know about the craps method. I don't know if you seen the live earlier. D-Red had exposed. They don't even know how to vet a source, bro. They don't even know how to critically look at a source.
Nah,
Man,
they don't.
Go ahead. Yeah, they don't, man. It's crazy.
I don't expect them to know how to do shit.
And another factor, like Sean said, man, the education factor is just not there. You could tell. One lady said, "Yeah, no, I didn't go to college, and I didn't like going to high school. But I know what my grandmama told me." I said, "Oh, snaps! Here it is, man." I was waiting for somebody to say my grandmama said, man. It's crazy out here, man. These streets.
Yeah, brother, they overquote that and they misrepresent it. Cause I know their grandma said they got some Indian in them, brother. So that'd be crazy. Cause Like my grandma told me the same thing, but she never said she was a full-blooded Indian. She never said no crazy shit like that.
They all said they got Indian in their family, and people forget the reason why all of our ancestors are saying the same thing. I mean, our grandmothers are saying the same thing, and we have to admit that, right? They were using their Indian in my family as some runaway shit, or to justify if you had a certain style of hair. Like they got to get over that shit. That shit's fake.
Say my 0.9 is certified. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell y'all, man.
Yeah,
My
that ain't
0.9 ab it's not a full percentage, but it's 0.9. You know what I'm saying? So I got more.
Oh yeah, nah, brother, you locked in, brother. You might be King
Yeah,
Elbow
you
after
know
that one.
what I'm saying? I be trying to trying to educate them on my 0.9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you locked in, bro.
That boy's scared of them tests, man. They don't want to see the reality of what's really going on, where they come from.
Yeah, that's the kryptonite right there. It's like, you say DNA, oh, they go crazy. I asked them today, did they have the 69 chromosomes? They like, well, what's that? I ain't heard of it.
Ah, no, you ain't do it
Don't
to
get
him,
into
brother. You took
that
that to the
again.
TikTok.
I did. I had to. I had to
Oh
man.
bring the
man.
69 chromosomes up, man, because y'all are special people, man. If y'all been over here first and all this great stuff, man. So,
What they were saying, they're not Homo sapiens?
yeah, they not Homo sapiens. They're
What
they're
is they? I need to know because
Yeah,
I am
I guess they heterosapien. I don't know what they got going on.
man, I need to
but they
know
can't they
what
can't even give
hominid.
you a creation story. I'm sorry. Damn. They can't even give you a creation story, dude. That's the other part.
Well,
One
brother,
dude said
their
that.
creation story is that they always was here. That's what they said. They said they sprang from the soil. They used the etymology dictionary definition of untauntness, which I want to say like goes back to the Greek. And I don't even think they was talking about
Man, them
humans, but
boys
that's
don't know
neither
how
here
to
nor there.
use linguistics. You can't use etymology and then you end up back in a Greek language and then be trying to say you're not trying to look through the scope of a European. That don't make no
Right,
sense. That's
right.
the ultimate contradiction. This is the most oxymoronic shit that you can say.
Yeah, I mean we know it
Yeah,
just off the fact they use lookership, brother, that they following the European
Yes, bro
methodology.
said that. Bro,
yeah.
bro championed that.
Man,
What's
but they
up?
all
What's
do.
up, Honey Club?
A1, Aboriginal Power. They all say the same thing about lookership, bro, and it's crazy because.
Hold on 1 second, old dog. What's
Go
up?
ahead.
What's up? What's up, Honey Club?
Hi,
What the business is?
nothing. But I had a question since you guys talked to all of those people. The ones like, because some people are saying like they're just like they're actually Native American, right? And they're not African. And then, but
Nah,
some
they ain't saying
people,
that they Native American. They saying they different than the natives.
right? But the Aboriginal doctrine is like that's Madame Blavatsky's doctrine. That's why when he said the Atlantis thing, I'm like, well, you arguing a belief, so I don't understand why he wouldn't just say it was a belief. She the one who made up that Aboriginal stuff that dealt with Atlantis and all that other stuff, the different phases. That was her doctrine. That's the doctrine that they're going off of saying they're Aboriginal.
True.
So it's a belief though. So I mean, you can't really scientifically prove it's a belief. I don't know. I don't know why they're trying to incorporate science. You're never gonna be able to get them to not think that that slavery didn't happen in reverse or some crazy shit.
Can you test your belief though? That's what a hypothesis pretty much is. It's a belief.
But a belief isn't based on fact.
Yeah, I think she's saying they just need to go ahead and 501c3 it up and make a church.
Yeah, so it's like religious. It's
So he can
because
leave them alone.
the doctrine is basically based on, well, at some point all of these things were together, like Australia, South America, North America, right? It was people here just like everywhere else. Then they got into some fight. The shit broke off, and when it broke off, it was already people here, and they were black people that were already here, right? So then when you're talking about the Native Americans coming over and coming down, that has nothing to do with the people that were already here, according to the doctrine. And so then when they came over here, their belief is that they ran into the people who were already here, which were black people, and started bringing them over to Africa. Like that, it happened in reverse. And so they believed that they were part of the people who were here already, and that they never came over here from Africa. It's a self-hate doctrine, but that's what the belief was.
Yeah, and they got that right from Ali Muhammad. Ali Muhammad was the first person running around saying that, and then Dane Calloway and
Madam
Chief.
Blavatsky.
My question is, so it's not written anywhere.
Yeah, that is
It's
written
written.
somewhere.
It's written.
That is.
Where is it written?
It's a book. It's a book about. Hold on, because I got the book.
That
Well, I got her book. I
it's
got the
true
one
that
written
that
by
happened.
her.
There was just a couple of incidents though. They can't use their information to try to justify their whole existence in America. That was just them taking some natives over to Britain or something like that. But they stopped in Africa and dropped them off in Africa too. And we know the story. See, we got to kind of meet these guys halfway because the reason I jumped on because when somebody said, grandmama said we this and we totally discount these guys, but we can't because when we do our DNA testing, we see we got 1/4 to 1% of that black Siberian in us. So it was an Indian in our heritage somewhere,
Hold on, time
and
out.
okay.
Tarka, you said 1/4. You
Yes.
saying 25%.
Yeah, I'm saying a minuscule amount.
I got
25%.
I'm saying
it
you
ain't
can
gonna
say
be
less
that
than that,
much.
bro.
Okay, so all right. So here's the thing about it, Taharka. Travis got 0.9% native Indian in him.
Right.
I got 0.7.
Right.
Look how light skinned I am, brother. Look how dark skinned he is. He has more than I have.
Hey, but Sean, you gotta admit that Sinyonke,
We ain't none of these
Fulani,
people.
but these people light skinned though. A lot they mix they look like African Americans, some black,
Yeah, all
and
right. But the
some
people but listen to me, the people that we're talking about, right? The people that we're talking about, brother, would genetically, the people that have done their DNA test, the people that we're talking about would genetically represent the Neanderthal and the Denobusan specifically because they would share those gene traits.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
These black
and they
people that
run
we
from that
talking
part
to
as well.
the black people that we talking to don't express those gene traits.
Right. We know these people from Siberia. We know if you were saying you were Native American, you were saying I'm a black Siberian, and there's phenotype or xenotype doesn't
But that doesn't
exist.
even exist.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. So you can't be that. But and so you doing right by constantly pounding them, but you kind of got to meet them halfway. Like I seen Truth yesterday. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. He was just showing them the relationship between black, quote unquote, black people and Indians, and showing how the Indians were dealing with them and how it took the army to even get them to free their Negro slaves after the Civil War. You got to show them their relationship to show that they ain't that,
Yeah,
these
but
ain't
that's
that
old
people.
information though, Tarka.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
stuff
think
that we've
even in
already
that,
shown. Like
even in that,
we passed that.
they reject it. They reject the whole.
They rejected reading. So when
That's
somebody
enough.
tell
You
you
said enough.
that,
Right.
once
You
they
said
tell you
about
that
four.
they not gonna read and that they just gonna go off a lookership, there's nothing. I mean, what can you say to
I'm
that when you're
I'm
saying
not
a
meeting no
willfully being
dumbass people that
ignorant?
ain't graduated high school halfway. I'm sorry, I'm out.
But I want to say too though that these particular people, they just a small part of a bigger identity crisis. That's what we got as people who trying to learn and got information So for a specific purpose, because everybody over here is gathering information because we want to uplift ourselves. And so we got to understand that this is a bigger problem, this identity crisis, because you got young people twerking on the devil in videos, or in Central Park, they twerking on the devil. It's in that they want to be anything other than an African, so they'll justify their
It's not all
behavior.
young people though. Shan
Yeah, it's
Martin's
not.
in the chat. He 20 something years old. He's a young guy. He ain't on that stupid shit. The problem is the people that's paying attention to it, and it's not a lot of people, but it's the thought of the stupidity that's out there. So I'm not meeting nobody halfway. I'm cutting you off at the door. Where's your
And if
evidence?
you look at it, Sean, a lot of the demographic, if you look at them, they are over a certain age, and they all identify the same,
And how does
trauma.
that even exist? Right, what you're saying? How could they identify the same, bro? So you telling me that all of y'all are now part of unfederally recognized tribes, and all this shit just sprouted up a few years ago?
Yeah, but that's what it is, and they hate Africa. They got this syndrome. They've been getting called bad names their whole life, and now they in their 50s and their 60s, and they finally representing it by saying fuck Africa. That's really what's going on right now. Like it don't even be like, that they have bills and they just bring Africa up for no reason. Like they'll be talking about great American civilizations, and then 2 seconds later they talking fuck Africa. So it's something that's deep inside of.
It's self-hate.
Yeah.
Amos Wilson got a whole book on it. I should be done with it, but I'm reading it right now. Like a motherfucker.
And the thing about it, they got Africa messed up, because Africa, man, those people over there got money lined up under their mattresses. Just because the money ain't in, but those people are rich. Those people are freaking
Nah,
kicking
they don't see wealth the same, bro. So here's the thing, Tark. I was talking to my son teacher who I went to college with, and she just got back from Africa, and she told me that her husband's people, they don't want for nothing, the entire tribe. They don't care nothing about the internet, they don't care nothing about Jordans, they don't care nothing about designer, they don't care about shit, right? All they care about is each other. Yes. And they know they get more done together. And so they build and they work toward those things. They're not into the material things. They don't care about the electronics every day. To come outside and everybody do stuff together, that is what they pride themselves on. So also to add, our dollar just goes so far. Like if you had $400, it'll last you literally 3 weeks over there. What she talking about? You know what I mean? And it's like a party every day. They cooking every day. Yeah, they got schools and educating and so on and so forth, but that's just the routine of things. But none of them are shunning us. They know that our Holocaust is independent than their colonialism. I'm gonna say that again. They understand, right? And I'm talking about the older people that's in their 50s and 60s and 70s, etc. They understand that the African American Holocaust, right, is independently separate from what they faced with colonialism. So they don't hold it against. And they don't say that, they don't be like, F y'all are African Americans. They're like, no, we want you to come here, experience here, and get that, put your feet on the ground here, right? Because that's going to change the whole narrative of this thing that people are actually doing right now. But it is what it is. We just have to, like I said, we just have to be more astute, and we can't deal with stupid. But what is natural? Natural saying a lot in the chat. What's she saying? Who is natural? Are you a female or a male?
A lot of crazy. I don't know.
I don't wanna say ma'am and you a sir. So if you can let me know, natural mystic, if you are a female or a male.
They said one-sided research makes you inaccurate. Looking at both sides as so-called.
We don't do one-sided research. So
yeah, culture.
Look at data. We look at data. We look at the way that data was collected. We look at the scientists who did the study. We see what if it's peer reviewed, and we use our own common sense against that information.
Nah, let me deal with this real. Let me deal with her. I think it's a her. So this comment that you put right here, they were much darker before mixing with Europeans. They were different shades. It depends on where they came from. If they came from Oceania and they were in South America close to the equator, they were a little bit more darker down there. But if they came through Siberia, the land bridge, they were a little bit more lighter up there because the phenotype up there that was required, that evolved in that area, in that space, was different. Now, the Southeast Asians that went north and went south, they may have a little bit more a mixed of light skin complexion, a little bit darker than me. So there's an amalgamation of different phenotype that came in here, but they all descend from Siberia, Southeast Asia, and the Oceania. They are not us, and they haven't always been. So to say that they were dark skinned would be disingenuous and inaccurate.
I mean, it's not even disingenuous, it's just meaningless, essentially, because like you said, it's different shades. So she would just be talking about one particular shade.
Well, I got a real live story for that, right? I live in Detroit. I grew up here. I born and raised up here, but my parents still live in Alabama, Mobile. So you know how far down Mobile is, right? So I went to go spend some years down there with my mom, and when I came back, I was so dark that I didn't even look like the same person. So the closer you are to that equator, the more you out in that sun, you're definitely gonna get darker. And then when I moved back home, moved back to Detroit, guess what? I can show y'all how I look. There it is. I ain't that much darker than Sean. And I haven't taken my DNA, but I have a first cousin who did. And we don't have any trace of Native American in our blood, according to her. So I don't know if it's any difference from me, but I will be taking mine soon, though.
All right, so real quick, let me nip this in the bud. All right, so here we go. You said that even the theory of Native Americans migrating from Asia is flawed and inaccurate. Where's your evidence for that? Because we have evidence of the North Native American migration and the South Native American migration into the Americas. We're calling them Native Americans because we know that they descend from these places that we just said. So where's the flaw in that when we have evidence of two separate migrations? And we have the archaeological records. So that means that we have bones, right? That means that we have tools, right? That means that we have sites, right? And that means that we have the markings from the animals that they killed in these zone regions in South and North America, right? And I'm saying North America, I'm including the United States and Canada. So how could it be flawed? You have to come with something more sophisticated than that. And then you ask Khalil, ignorance is bliss. Do you research Native Americans? What you think he's over here for? Because we brought out all this stuff about Native Americans. This might be your first time over here.
But we got drop the links. Drop the link to the bills on them because we this been discussed in great detail. And if I'm not mistaken,
everything you said wasn't true.
Multiple shows you did discussing what's called
paleo Indian.
So they just need a link.
Now this whole thing about Darwinism that has nothing to do with anything. Why would Darwin come up? Darwin shouldn't come up. We've exceeded beyond Darwin. Science has exceeded beyond Darwin. So what is that about? Darwin learned about natural selection from an African. That's what Darwin teaches. Darwin teaches natural selection, and he is not inaccurate about natural selection. He's spot on because he demonstrated it with evidence. So it's properly understood. So to even bring up Darwin is dumb. We beyond Darwin.
Yeah, but you,
Natural selection is survival of the fittest. In case that.
And to address the comment on the Neanderthals, if you take a 23andMe test, it will tell you how much Neanderthal you, a human, have in you. So, are they human? Are they Homo sapiens? No. You know, they're distinct.
Hold on. Let's
Yeah,
deal.
they are.
We got to deal with this specifically. She asked or he asked or whatever the fuck. Hell, you might be one of those people that identify. What is that new shit that they doing nowadays?
binary.
The
Binary
pronouns, different
identify. I don't know what the
pronouns.
fuck that is, but you know they them or whatever they or them. You might identify as they or them. So they or them, whichever way, right? You said let's start from step one. Can two different species interbreed and create offspring? Do we have an example of two different species doing that?
You got tigers and ligers.
Yeah, liger.
Don't
Okay.
I mean
So that's
ain't
rare.
butterflies technically different
That's
species?
rare. Do we have
You got the
uh
donkey. I mean,
let's deal with
But they're
hominid.
both Panthera though.
Well, in the plant kingdom, maybe
Right.
in
They
the
both
plant
are
kingdom.
under Panthera, despite the fact. I mean, yeah, they wouldn't mate because they're around each other. But since they're all under Panthera, that umbrella, then they can actually breed. But
Mm.
they are not. They can't. They since they're never in the same area, it wouldn't happen.
So
Like in
can a
nature.
dog and a cat breed and have dog
No.
kittens?
No.
So that's two
That
different
dog.
species, right? No. Listen to what I'm saying. That's two different species,
Right.
right? So there go your answer. You ain't seeing no
So
dog
two
and a
two
cat.
hominids. So two hominids can is what you're saying.
They the same thing as what he's saying.
They the
It,
Same
same.
species.
Same
but
Same
species.
species.
Remember, you got
Neanderthal. Mm,
go look at archaic human. How many different phases of archaic human do you have? If you take the Novusans, how do you think that the Novusans and Neanderthals get into Homo sapiens sapien?
somebody hit one of them.
There you go.
Somebody.
Yeah.
So they could breed together. Now, what happens is, right? What happens is because of the Homo sapiens sapiens and the way that they migrated and took over stuff, they began to weed out the existence of the Novusans and Neanderthal
Right.
slowly over time because they couldn't do what Darwin said. They couldn't survive. They wasn't the fittest.
She's saying we don't
I,
understand the difference between species and breeds, yet she brought up Neanderthals and
But she
I
only
just
brought it up,
gave
brother,
two different
because of the Paleo
species.
Americans. The Paleo American
Sean like
has the species
literally
in them.
breeds dogs. I don't
He
understand.
only brought it up because
Hey,
the
can you
Paleo
get the
American
link?
has Neanderthals.
person
And
literally
niggas
said
don't.
verbatim. Look, she said, yet you claim humans have Neanderthal mixed. Like, with she ain't even put no question mark. Like, she said
I
Neanderthal
just want to know the
Listen,
definition of
somebody just
human.
said
as
it.
I
human.
need her definition of human first.
so I got a question, Sean. All right. So my question is, uh, like,
I
if
ain't entertaining that shit no more.
it, all right, if is the problem that we think we're black, so that when we hear about somebody black in India or black in America or black in Egypt and we black in West or Central Africa, we think we the same people. Is that the problem that you may think is part of the problem?
I think it's a problem in the sense that there's that.
Damn, nigga, your name Sean? Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said you asked everybody. Go ahead. My bad. I'm
No,
just saying,
answer the question. You started.
there's an issue in understanding what black is when you say that we are black. Like, that's super vague and super ambiguous. So just saying that you could make anybody fucking black. You know what I'm
But in
saying?
America, black denotes African ancestry, descendants of Africans. Black, Negro are in North America are defining descendants of Africans. It is telling you in their very first most important entry of the dictionary. It's telling you that it usually denotes someone of African ancestry. That's what it says. Not in those words verbatim, but somewhere along those lines. That's what it's referring to in North America. Black can denote something else elsewhere, because black could also mean like death, or it could mean, it depends on the cultural context. So you have to equate that. But for us in North America, this is the thing. Black denotes of African ancestry. No way around that. Negro, black, descendants, African ancestry. You just keep it just as that simple. When we start murking this shit up, it's too it gets muddy, and we're allowing people like the Moors to muddy this shit up while we calling ourselves black and all this old bullshit. That don't even matter right now, bro. We can't even really figure out what to do with this, that, and the third. Like, they just part of the problem. The Hebrews are a part of the problem. That's an amalgamation of ignorance is a part of the problem, and even the so-called pseudo communities of what is it, Harlem Kemites, whatever they want to call themselves. They mess
But
it
I'm
up.
saying like I don't have a Moorish reason for the black word. My pushback against being black, or being in their paradigm, is that they were denoting uh people who they had kidnapped, who they didn't just happen to bother to like list their national, call them by their
They don't.
nationality.
There
Because their
wasn't no such thing as a nationality to be given at that particular time when they started all of this shit. They denoted people based on they looked at differences. So this is what people don't understand: is the first racist in the world were Arabs on Africans. I'm speaking specifically on Africans. To
Okay.
distinguish Africans, they looked at sub-Saharan people below the Sahara as Sudanic. People above it that looked more like them culturally were Badan. It wasn't skin tone, it was culture. So this is the reason why they denoted the Egyptians as Badani as well, because they didn't express a Sudani culture to them. But you would take and you would denote that meaning black. Do you see what I'm saying today? But that was never the intent. Or you would take, but everybody forgets the Badan. That would mean white. You forget that. So the way we looking at this, you putting too much emphasis on it, bro. I'm keeping this shit simple, bro. Listen, they knew who they kidnapped. They knew that they descended from a continent that was not North or South or Central America. They knew that. When they start, only Europeans in world history began to start naming shit. That's why you have the age of exploration. So they felt the need that they needed to name every damn thing on this planet. Africans didn't do that.
Well, I'm saying they didn't name Massa. They didn't name Ouagadougou. They didn't name Kumbi Sela. They didn't name those things. And what if you
Freetown
didn't fit?
marketer, don't tell me what the shit mean, bro. I wrote a whole chapter on Badani. They were talking about culture. So when I say Badan meaning white, they talking about culture. When they say Sudan meaning black, they're talking about culture. They open up the emphasis in all their Arabic sources saying that shit, bro.
Hold on, let me go get that.
They ain't talking about no damn no skin color. That is not what they meant, bro. It's the Orange Book.
Todd, what's your knowledge about the Indian Reclassification Act over there in Virginia?
What you mean? What's my knowledge on the reclass? That's depends on which way you want to look at it. If you want to look at it from a way to give the abos a way to try to claim something, that's bullshit. Because that wasn't the case. The reclassification had nothing to do with so-called abos or indigenous people. It had everything to do with them trying to federally recognize these specific tribes that were participating in the agenda of the people that was trying to set this shit up.
Right. So was it? Do you know whether or not it was countrywide, more than just Virginia, that adopted that philosophy, or was it only Virginia? I've tried to find other cities or other states that followed suit. I haven't found it,
I mean,
but
it was federal. It was a federal thing, bro. You got to think
oh, okay,
about it. Remember, you're looking at federally recognized tribes and unrecognized tribes. What's the difference between these tribes? The federally recognized tribes all got the BIA, right? I fall up under that BIA
right,
and did what needed to be done to be federally recognized, right? And live on the reservations and do all and moved and did all of this shit that they asked them to do. The unrecognized tribes didn't migrate to those areas like that specifically and live in these other areas and stuff like that. They hid in small pockets and remained in these places under these different identities for quite some time and lost their culture, not necessarily lost their culture, but lost pieces of their identity, so to say, that would force them not to be really recognized. But a lot of them shits was because they were smaller groups. It wasn't because they were as big as all the other ones. It was much smaller groups seem to be more unrecognized than the ones that are recognized.
okay. So I'm gonna put my Abo hat on.
That ain't gonna work over here. I'm gonna kick
Okay,
your ass
no,
out.
I'm about to ask you an Abo question. So who's to say that those unrecognized tribes weren't these people that claim to be them, today? Who's to say that? Because they were unrecognized.
Even the unrecognized people still have culture and still have an identity and still have their names and still know where they come from, still have origin stories, and still are written about in the Native American encyclopedia books. This is how we know that this is how we know because they have documents to state that how many federally recognized tribes exist and how many unrecognized tribes exist. They have all of that.
Yeah, that's why you the GOAT. I mean, again, I just be spitting it out, man. I honestly, again, you are one of the few that keep putting these sources out here, and I try my best to utilize it. Even just looking at it for myself first, and then I want to start, and I ask your permission. Is it okay for me to start using some of your videos on my TikTok channel to give some clarity as I continue this battle?
Let me deal with this real quick. All right. So, in order for you to even deal with a subject matter, you have to read both sides of the argument. And one of the biggest demonstrations of reading both sides of the argument is the fact that I wrote a whole book on Islam. A whole book on Islam, the coming of Islam in Balad al-Sudan, in the land of the blacks. A whole book. So, what did you think that I had to do in order to write this book? I had to read all the shit about the goddamn Muslims, Arabs, all of that cultural shit that I didn't even like. It was the longest, hardest reading material that I ever had. So I had to buy all these books about these people, study and learn about them. And then I had to go read. I already read books that was against them. I had to read more books that was against them. And I had to go read all the books and the archaeological digs and sites and all of this other stuff about them. I had to do that. So I had to read for and against. So when we come and we talk on these platforms over here on the Mossy Kofi Pie Side Research Team, not a coincidence channel, shout out, Dagger Squad, each one teach one, all the everybody channel, right? That's fighting against the elbows. We don't do biased research because science teaches us to do non-biased research. Right? So we challenge the biased researcher to do non-biased research and see if they can come to the same conclusion from a non-biased approach, which means you have to get rid of all your biases and be disciplined enough to read and research from the left side and the right side and understand each side for its entity before you draw your conclusions. So when you say, you're for truth, right? No one gets offended or has an ego about none of that stuff over here. That we ain't even getting like that. The lies is the lie. The lies is your bias. When you feel like something is a lie, you would have to come on here and demonstrate, right? With evidence, your claims. Because whatever you said in the chat would be your claims, and you would have to demonstrate with evidence why you take the position of this, why you're against Darwinism, as you put it in the chat. You would have to demonstrate that. I wouldn't give two flying fucks why you are against it. I wouldn't, but you got to demonstrate with evidence why you are. Why do you take this position? Because I'm going to challenge the hell out of why you even feel like that. Now, if I realize that you in your feelings and it ain't based on evidence, then you're biased and you continue to be hold to these biases. So whatever side you on, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, the evidence outweighs the lack of evidence. The Aboriginal indigenous people that we're fighting with have no evidence. Everybody that's fighting against them has evidence. That's the distinguishing difference between A and B. They lack evidence. They're disorganized. They don't have anything in world history that's going to help them substantiate how they feel about wanting to be supposedly indigenous to this land. Now, they were first claiming Native American tribes, then they started moving slowly off that shit. Then they started holding to this whole Aboriginal, we've been here shit. But the science doesn't support that. So they're drifters. And it's not, and we're not finna chase their ass down on every goddamn claim because they just pathetic. I want Natural to get on there and tell them what they mean.
So can Cuz use your stuff, bro? Dang. You gonna answer that man question? That man asked you. Can he use your stuff?
Man,
damn.
I ain't told him that he can't.
I know, but you ain't tell him nothing. You just said
man,
here.
you
Went
out
for
here
about
left
10
me
minutes,
hanging,
bro, on this shit.
Bro,
you out here leaving me hanging.
Immediate question.
My
right
shit
now.
my shit is public, bro. It's not monetized.
No, I just want to make sure I don't want, you know,
We don't do the
I
we don't, bro. This channel is not monetized. Science with Sean is not monetized. There's no issues with our information. We do the information so it can spread. We don't invest in trying to do what other people are doing. They don't want you to share their shit and they want to strike your channel and do all of that. Nah, we don't do that.
All right, well, like
You got the what?
I moved over there because it's so prevalent over there on TikTok. Like I say, it's shameful, man. It's shameful, and it's a lot of young people on that TikTok platform who are falling victim to this misinformation and what we call down in Alabama education. Huh?
You're on your own on TikTok.
I get it. That's why, you know, I mean, I got the ammo for them. What I got for their ass, they better duck.
Well, all the
I'm
sources
bringing
be in the
them.
description, so you really don't even need me. You just use the sources. That's what they there for.
Yeah, no doubt. That's that. But like I say, that's why I really enjoy your channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I can go and click those links, and it takes me right to the source. You know what I'm saying? But again, just out of respect, I didn't want to be sharing your stuff on TikTok,
bro,
and then you ain't know about it. That's all I was,
I don't
just
even
being,
care, bro.
respectful.
If you go viral over there, man, more power to you, brother. You know what I mean? If somebody else recognize, hey, where did you get this information? You can shout it out if you want to.
No doubt. I'm always shouting it out. I mean, believe me, bro. Again, we just, it's a battle within the battle. We already in the war, but then we had these individual battles, like you said, with the pseudo Black Israelites, the pseudo Muslims, and the the pseudo this and the pseudo that. You know what I'm saying? So the battle continues. That's how I look at it. It's gonna be a long war, but information gonna win.
Hey brother, how many like people be in the live streams over there on TikTok? Cause I don't go over there, but I know that I done seen the clips to know that they got the look of shit real bad over there.
Absolutely, dude. When I tell you it's a lot of them, it's a lot of them. I get kicked off. I get kicked off every time. Every time I go on somebody else live, I get kicked off. But when I go live, I let them come on, let them spew they bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, like right now, I I'm notorious. I'm notorious over there. I'm one of them ones that's coming with that heat, and they just kick me off because again, and I do it in a cool way. I don't get out of pocket. You know what I mean? Because I know that I'm dealing with some sensitive minded people. But go over there, and I can't tell you my tag number right, my tag name right now. 'Cause I don't even really know how TikTok work, but I got enough followers. I got over like 2,000 followers over there. So I just be dropping in with some real good knowledge, and then I'll go live and start showing, real sources. And then I'll bring people up and let them talk and say what they gotta say. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's wide open, and it's hunting season for me over there. I know Sean don't like to go hunting for him, but I hunt for abos every day, and I spend 2-3 hours over there doing what I do, and just try to keep the information flowing, the real information, not that
I done
BS shit.
seen I done seen a couple of a couple of the bigger YouTubers trying to make they trek over to TikTok because I guess they feel like it's a lane for them to come and try to uh act like they the head of it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely commend you for putting in that work over there. But yeah, bro, I just it's TikTok. It's a different they use a different side of their brain over there, bro. I can't be arguing
Uh,
people over there.
but you know what, bro? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And Sean said it earlier, almost like they are disorganized. No, on the real, they like the white races, like the white supremacists, and the Republicans. They all use the same talking points. Like when they bring up Pleckler, they bring up Darwin, the eugenics. They bring up all this stuff. But what I really realize is two things. They don't trust nothing that the government says, and then they always trying to point to racism in this whole theory that these people came together to steal the land from the so-called black indigenous people. You know what I mean? So it's the same like when we listen to top cat chiefs or whatever the hell his name is, Aboriginal Power, A1, all them guys. These people over on TikTok, they saying the same thing. So it's a source that's really out here spreading this disinformation. I don't know if it's Dane Calloway.
Yeah, the source is YouTube, brother. Like they see the lane, right? So they taking the information from off of YouTube and they parroting it on TikTok. And that's why
Right.
these content creators they're trying to run the TikTok now because they like, oh, these niggas running around with my talking points. But really, if you just focus on the talking points, like I know you probably be doing, all
Yeah.
that shit gonna fall by the wayside because it's just a talking point.
I
So if
kill them.
everybody got the
I
same
ain't gonna
talking
lie.
point, you
I
beat
kill them.
everybody with one stance.
Yeah, I kill them. I kill them with the information. Like I tell them, if you're gonna come on here, just like we always say, source up or shut up. I don't want to hear you talking out the side of your mouth. I had a Moore on today, and he talking all this jailhouse Moore stuff, and he got to a point where he said, I don't trust nothing that the government say. I said, you know what, bro? That's the most honest thing that you said. This is the reason why you feel the way you feel. This is why you trying to be something that you're not. Is because you feel like it's all based off what the government says. So therefore, sorry, bro, I don't even want to talk to you no more. Because you got to believe. You ain't got no facts. Anything with L Bay behind it, I don't trust it. I don't listen to it. Because it's a bunch of
Can I
rubbish.
ask? Can I ask why? Like, is the Moors? I ain't talking about Noble Jew Ali,
This
but I'm
this
talking
dude
about
is
the.
he want to be a more so bad.
Okay.
Talker want
No,
to be a
but
more so
hold up,
bad.
hold up. Listen to the question. All right, look at you laugh. I'm not no more, bro. I know who I am, but I'm just saying. I know that my people had connections with the Moors. Sometimes they were friends, sometimes they were enemies. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact, and everybody on this line can bear witness to this fact. A Fulani prince was captured by Saminde and was shipped over here. Well, his name Abdul Rahman. Everybody know him. And President Adams wrote to the Sultan of Morocco and say, "I think I got one of yours." The
Bruh.
Sultan of Morocco wrote back, said, "Yeah, this
Tarka.
might be one of mine."
Tarka.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up, but y'all go in on it.
Okay, I'm
Nah,
gonna
we're
go
not
in and let
dealing
me
with
go.
that. Nope, nope, nope.
Okay,
Nope.
all
We
right.
ain't dealing with that.
I'm
Tarka.
listening, bro. I'm listening, bro.
Why do you keep on trying to talk about that same one thing?
Nah,
We've
because
been trying to talk about that for a while, bro.
hey,
It don't
listen, nah,
identify.
listen.
It ain't us, bro. It ain't us. We
Hey,
ain't got no
I'm here.
relationship. The more listen to me, listen to me, real close. All right. First of all, the Moroccan people hated the hell out of us below the Sudan. We were treated like eunuchs, meaning they chop your wee off by the Arabs. They had the same insightful racist agenda as the Arabs, bro. They still look at how they treat black people below the Sudan up
I'm
there right
here.
now.
I feel you on that,
So
bro.
what
I'm
I'm
with
trying to
you on that.
we ain't nothing to them people up there, bro. We ain't got no relationship or none of that. We probably
Slave.
did business. We probably did business before the Arabs came, but that's because Jews who came into the land that was trying to infiltrate, they used the Moroccan, they came the Moroccan way. And a lot of
Hey,
the
but
Moroccans were converted to Jews.
Right.
that point right there, Sean, I'm saying we had a relationship with them. It's
Nah,
plenty
we
of
ain't had no
evidence.
real relationship. Our relationship
Slavery
was
still goes
All
on.
right,
right.
all
That's our
right, check it
relationship.
out. Check it out. I'm saying the things you know about that. I yield to your knowledge about that. I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm
But you
saying
changing the
that
topic of this discussion. We fighting elbows. Now we got to go deal with the fucking Moors.
No,
nah, because the brother
Sean,
made the
Well, you
comment.
know the
listen,
Abos
Apple's
are
talking,
Moors, Sean. The Abos
Nah,
are Moors.
and they talk about
They are
being
Hebrew
indigenous,
Moors.
nah.
and
Ain't.
they are spreading the fact that they're indigenous to America as well.
No, they
They
ain't.
doing
Nah,
that.
that's fake. That's fake.
Now, Nova Drew
Yeah.
Ali
So
stuff, that's crazy. I'm not talking about
A1,
none of that.
y'all know
Nah,
about
I'm talking
Ahanu
about
El
all of
A1.
it. I don't care if it's Noble Jew Ali, Circle 7 Quran, all of pseudo.
Yeah, I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about the real history.
Darker. We ain't
I'm
talking about
talking, I'm
the real history ain't got nothing. We don't look good in the real history, bro.
hey bro, hey listen, only thing I'm saying, and I'm saying I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying is that in the fifth dynasty of the Moors, well I know
A fifth dynasty.
yeah, way back.
You giving them
He
some
said he
dynasty,
said
bro?
dynasty of a Moor. What you talking about?
I'm
Caliphate?
saying I'm saying how I read history. That's how I read it. That's why
Nah,
I'm
don't say
repeating.
it like that, bro. Cause
Okay, like, what is the correct way to say it?
Well, I was
don't
gonna
even
say
say
what
no
history?
fifth anything.
Because they listed in
What time
dynasty.
period are you referring to about these
I'm
Moors?
talking about the Almoravids.
Nah, we ain't got nothing to do with them. So you sounding like motherfuckers
Nah,
old
what
ass.
you don't know enough then right there.
No,
Because
no,
listen,
no.
Ibn Yasin was living in I want to say Walata, but he was in Ouagadougou when he started his revolution. The son Yike kicked him up out of there because he was too heavy with the Islamic stuff. Then he ran to the Fulanis and they came back and they formed that's what wiped out Ouagadougou.
Listen,
So they
bro.
was right
This is
there
the
with
issue that
us.
I have with the whole thing that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that this still ain't us? We ain't got nothing to do
Hey,
with them
yeah,
motherfuckers.
but see, we in agreement right there. We in agreement,
So all of
but I'm
that don't
saying,
even matter. All of that don't even matter. Even though I had to read about the Almoravids and all of that, I had to deal with all of that, bro. Even in all these West African books, these motherfuckers show up. What I'm trying to tell you is, for the more,
hey, yeah,
listen,
I
no.
agree.
We talking
I'm
about
agree. We in
Abos. So listen
agreement.
to me. Just
Okay.
listen
Mm-hmm.
to me. We're talking about Abos. So what I'm trying to tell you specifically is that the people over here that are calling themselves Moors, right, who are also culture vulturing, calling themselves Moors that grew up under Noble Drew Ali, that wear the fez, that want to big up Morocco and all of that, are no different than the Hebrews and no different than the Pretendians. They are
I
all
agree.
an amalgamation of pseudoscience, pseudo-archaeology, pseudo-history, pseudo-linguistics, all of that. They don't have a leg to stand on, bro. They have an identity problem. That's a crisis that is severe in the Black culture. And it comes from a group of pseudo teachings that stem in the earliest after the smart people began to write. After the smart people got old enough to where they couldn't write books and lecture no more, that's when the stupid shit got into the so-called conscious community and New York, and it spread like wildfire. So I don't want to talk about them dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, I only think, hey, listen, if 50 years from now, if our kids rise up and say, like, we the real Jews, right? And one of us lucky enough to be alive say, nah, we not the Jews, but let me explain to you the relationship we had with them. You know,
He ain't
Jay-Z
got
and
no
Kanye.
source, Robert. Don't ask him for no source. He just got a feeling.
Yeah, but and we say now we were contracting with them in
And that's why I said
show
what I said
business.
about the Al Morovitz right there. Sute
Yeah.
said it in the chat. They were fucking
What he say?
Berbers, and them niggas didn't like us either.
Yeah, I mean the history is there. You know, the history is there, and it's in black and white for all us to read. You know, I understand the
That's what I
attitude
kept
towards.
telling him, Sute. Look what he said in the chat.
Tell them jump on, school me.
Take
I'm
me off
ready
the
to be
screen. Take
schooled
me off the
because I
screen,
know y'all
Sean.
know what
Take me off
y'all
the screen.
talking about. So school me.
Sutek
I'm ready.
already told you, bro. I already told you this too. I said the relationship is slavery. You heard me say that earlier, didn't I?
Say that again. The relationship
You
is.
heard what I said earlier. I said the relationship was slavery. I said that earlier.
Right.
He come right behind me, even though he late to the party, you know, because he just not coming in. He coming in late, and he's saying the same thing that I said a while ago, that the relationship is slavery.
That's it. That's it. And to your point about the future, right now, we have to be critically involved in teaching these kids the right way to understand things. Yeah, we all can say that the educational system has failed us, and it continues to fail us because you have people in this country that are continuously trying to stop us from learning true history about this country. Now, when we start trying to attach ourselves to historical or antiquity, people of antiquity, we stay in the past. That's one of our biggest problems. We continue to stay in the past as a people. Some of our leaders, the ones that we considered leaders, they failed us. Because
our
no.
leaders
Let me make my point first. Then say no. So what happened right now when I was talking to some of these people over there on TikTok? Guess who they brought up? They brought up Malcolm X saying that we are Aboriginal.
That's out of context.
I'm sorry?
That's out of context.
Absolutely, though. Hold up.
So all you got to do is clear it up. You can't blame Malcolm X for saying that. That's not.
Well. Again, just like you said, and I'll tell you, just me personally, I'm gonna give you another personal story aside from me growing up down in Alabama. I ain't never been the type of person that had to go and be a Christian first, and then a Hebrew, and then a Mormon, and da. No, I grew up in the Nation of Islam. I grew up FOI. You know what I'm saying? Suit, bow tie, selling newspaper, all that stuff, right? So when you take a leader like Malcolm X and he stands before a crowd, even though they only taking that little small snippet of what he said.
That's what they do, though, bro.
Yeah, but absolutely, but that gives credence to their position.
They did the
when
same
somebody,
thing with Martin Luther King, though. That
absolutely,
doesn't give credence to anything. It just shows you their level of research methodology because they're cherry picking.
right. I mean, I'm with you on that. But what I'm saying is, if we don't have the people out here that can clear that up, then we're gonna lose that battle.
Nah, but it's
That's
already been cleared up multiple times.
I'm just saying, I'm telling you, this is the things that I'm hearing them use. I got a whole
No. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is we've already answered the whole Malcolm X situation, and there's even videos of people on other channels that have dealt with that specifically. So that's not a problem for me. I don't care nothing about him saying something that can't be used as evidence because he's just giving a speech and he's just talking.
Right.
But he's also influenced by other avenues of things. So that doesn't do anything for me. Right?
Well,
I'm evidence driven.
Right. We all are.
What can you show me that would substantiate why you feel like this? If they're telling me, well, Malcolm X said it, that's a fallacy.
Right.
So they don't have any evidence outside the fact that someone said something. So you're appealing to the authority of what? How did he come to that conclusion? They don't have an answer to that. So I'm not gonna waste my time on that. They don't know. You just beat them up in question.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm honestly, that's my tactic. I love to beat them up with the questions to show them that they're not really answering it intelligently or truthfully, historically, scientifically. That's me. I mean, I'm good with that. But again, it's a battle. It's a battle. It is a battle, man. We just have to keep on pressing and making sure that we put this information out here. Fight them at every cost. So, but I got one more thing, and I'll go mute. When you ask that question, were you too hard on them? Hell no. Every people got that muscle, and you the muscle because you're gonna do it in an intelligent way, but you also have to come hard. So I appreciate what you did to Smoke Signal, who I can't stand, because I just think he just in the game just to be Smoke Signal. But Zab was definitely out of line. You caught him up in the biggest lie, and honestly, he should be banned from anybody's channel or YouTube page or whatever, because he was still reluctant to admit that he got caught up in the game, and it should be a ban on him from being on anybody's stuff that that, especially one of our pages or one of our channels and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't mind what you did earlier. I second it every week, every word you said out your mouth, bro.
Well, man, I'm getting ready to like the showdown, y'all. So I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. And man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. It's been a good build. I know it's 3 hours. I don't know if many people gonna rewatch it, but the trap is set. So when you see them, you got to make them come correct. So I appreciate everybody tapping in. Like the show, share the show, tell a friend, and we is up out of this joker like that.
All right, boy. Peace, man. Appreciate you, bro.